I'm live. Hello, everyone. Obviously, you must have seen the front titles. Some people say they listen, and I find that hard to believe. I did a video in regard to that, explaining the simple truth about what song means and how to get some information from the poem. And then I thought about the things that Forrest said, and he said revenge is best served cold. So I tend to think that, why tell anyone anything? Let them find out, let them get hit over the head when it comes out. But I have to believe that these people that say and do these things, they can't be real searchers, because I don't think anybody's that stupid. I find it hard to believe that. I absolutely find it hard to believe that. And even though I try to stress and appear agitated and that because people aren't listening, it has no relevance to me whether they're listening or not. I want them to believe in Forrest Fenn, absolutely. But when this ends, they will have no choice. And it doesn't matter who the solver is. It only matters that it happens. So if, for the sake of argument, 20 people think they solved, there's more than 20. If 20 people think they solved it, what is the story? What is in the olive jar? Why can 2 people keep a secret if one of them is dead? It's like nobody offers anything. And yet they say they are the solver of the Forrest Fenn poem. And you would think 15 years to write the poem, there's going to be some information there other than finding a chest. And I can't for the life of me think why these people say and do what they do unless it's part of the game. And it makes me laugh that, I don't know, even if it's scripted, it's like, no, even if you are a real searcher, you wouldn't, there is no reason why you would carry on with the, I'm the solver, because it makes no sense. None at all. That you can claim to be the solver of someone who found a chest and has no answers. When Forrest says it's important to the story, hello, who's this? Hi, Redneck, how you doing? And Pirate, wow, you're in early. And a whole load of emojis. Hi, Grandma, how's it going? And I see the things that some of these people, Street tells me he's listening. And then he says, straight after that I said that they were wrong, him, Troy, and everyone else. No, I didn't. I said you're right, but you went the wrong way. That's not saying you're wrong. Looking at the poem, Forrest indicates that there are lures and rules and clues. I can't believe that these people are real searchers. I can't. No. And it sounds like I'm being horrible, but I'm not. But I just don't think you can be that stupid. I just don't think you can. I just don't think you can think that one solve with no answers took Forrest 15 years. I just don't think that's possible. I really don't. And it makes me laugh that people try and say, this is a solve, this is a solve. And I'm thinking, the solve of what? To find a chest? 15 years? Come on. And it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. And the things they say just, it's like, why are you saying that? I didn't say that. That's nothing like what I said. If you're going to quote me for what I say, not for what you believe I say. And it's just, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I can't believe it. If they really are searchers, I don't know. They only have to look up the word cipher. That's all they have to look up. They don't have to do anything else to realize that what I am doing, 100% could be what Forrest wanted done. Just look up one word. But then when you look up a few more, and they have the audacity to say Mario doesn't know anything. Mario's talking bullshit. Mario's not even reading the poem. And I can't believe that they're true searchers, because I don't know. There is no engaging of the brain before they say something. And that to me doesn't make any sense at all. None at all. 60-year-old people acting like children. It's just, I can't believe it. I can't. It makes me laugh. And I try and do my videos and I try and keep a straight face and I try and be like forceful, angry, tell them, if you don't listen, if you don't see what I see. But after a while I start laughing because I can't keep it up. And I did the video and it went for ages. I did the word cipher, showed them what a cipher was, explained, you can find title, brave, wise, found, in the back door, all of them things in the poem that you can find. I thought, no, why should I? If they're not really searchers, then they don't need to be told. And if they are really searchers, they're not listening, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've got, Dave Woodard calling me a dipshit, and I'm thinking, why are you calling me a dipshit? I don't know. I don't know. I can't wait for Dave Woodard to. Oh, pirate. Ooh, you got the old Thunderbolt going on there. I was waiting really for Ben to go live because I saw his upcoming video, but it's not until the 25th. So I was going to wait till 12:30 and then watch, but he's not doing it until tomorrow, so I thought I'd do my own. But I just, this stuff with Jack, everything else, I look in the poem, there are things that I need to do in the not too distant future, but I've given as much as I dare, and probably given, too much at some times. And even if I'm wrong, I don't care. This is not about me proving anything. I don't need to prove anything. This is about Forrest making something happen. And when that happens, I think the majority of people will be happy with what does happen. But in the video, I say, you don't even know what I'm saying. You have no idea what I'm saying. And it makes me laugh. I can't help it. I shouldn't laugh. I try to think that they are not real searchers and they're getting paid by chasing, and it's not necessary. But there are some genuine people in the chase that I believe, are still wanting answers, looking for answers, needing answers, however, that wants to come about. But, I say things like, you have nothing, you have nada, you have zilch. And they're just words for cipher. You have cipher, 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 cipher. You have a cipher. Jack is another word for cipher. You've got Jack. You've got a cipher. It's a poem with a cipher in it. Read it. And they have no idea what I'm saying. And it makes me laugh. And then, I don't give them a solve. And they say, oh, your solve's rubbish. It's way beyond me. I have no idea the thought process that goes behind that. I'm telling you that I'm giving you information. You say my solve is rubbish, but you don't even know it. And you say what I'm saying is rubbish, but you don't even know what I'm saying. You think you know what I'm saying, but you don't know what I'm saying. And I said at the beginning of all, my early videos, I'm having two conversations. If somebody understands what I'm saying, they will know it's the second conversation and not what they hear, because words don't mean what you think they do. So I say some things that will trigger something in someone else. If I was to say, talk about Diana, they would understand where I was coming from. But I don't know, it makes me laugh. It's like, you're of that age, with manners, we were brought up differently when we were about 60 years old. And, we were taught respect and stuff like that. And what I see in the chase, I just think, what? These, I can't believe they're searchers. It just, no. And if I find out, I said in the video, if I find out that you are the bad people that you are, don't talk to me. Don't even come up to me. I don't want to know you. If it's part of the game, then, fair enough. But if you really are this person, no. No. I don't want to know. Oh, sorry, people in, sorry. Chasing has many implants in the community. They are directing with scripts to deliver and role supply. Yeah, whether it's paid or unpaid, whether it's manipulation, I say scripted or predicted, but scripted is ciphered. It's like you don't even know what I'm saying, and you say what I'm saying is wrong, but you don't even know what it is. But I'm saying it's ciphered. It's either ciphered, which is in the poem, or it's predicted, which is in the poem. Basically, I'm saying it's in the poem. Just look at the poem. But yeah, whatever. Davey B's it. Oh, hey, Davey. How you doing? It's good to read you. I'm getting paid by chasing. Cool. Can I get paid by chasing? Are you a good guy, pirate? Like good guys in a bloke, not good guys in a bad guy, Billie Eilish. I never know in the world anymore. I'm not even getting paid by it. Uh-oh. There's a notification. I am not getting paid by anyone here. And of course, no bloggers are paying me either. It's too bad. Dave isn't here because he should listen good. But, I just, no. I just don't believe that you can just switch off from the information. It doesn't matter. 2020. Imagine it's 2020. And you find the chest has been found. And then through 2020, you have your soul. The chest has been found. Try and work out, if your soul was correct or not. Don't just slate other people. What's wrong with you? I mean, 2024, you've got time to just ditch your soul and listen to other people and try and work out what they're saying is factual. And if it isn't, it isn't. You don't have to slate anyone. I mean, I don't think Dave Woodard is correct. But I'm not going to go and join Street, Troy and all of them and gang up on Dave Woodard and try to make him look stupid. Because out of them 5 people that are in there making Dave look stupid, they don't realise that every one of them is thinking that about the other people that's with them. Because their solve is correct. And if their solve is correct, the other 4 people are idiots. It's like, what are you doing? You're with your friends and you're saying, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, Street, lost in thought. Yeah. 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 He's fucking stupid, he is. Just try the wheel. What's he trying to kid? You know what I mean? Trust me, no, it's bloody sonnets. What's he thinking about trying the wheel? You're ganging up to have a go at one bloke, and yet really you're thinking the 4 people that you're with, they're all wrong as well because you're right. I don't get it. Just crazy. And I don't care if they all come over here and, come into chat. I know my truth. And I know what I'm saying. But they have no idea. None at all. No idea. They have no idea what I'm saying. They have no idea what my solve is. And I don't think they understand their own solve. Troy tells us that, yes, the solve is on his side. There was 3 of them doing it and they all disagreed. How is that the perfect solve? When you can't get 3 people doing the solve the same way to agree to one place. And I can't believe that they're real. I can't believe that they believe that in the real world. Somewhere along the line, it doesn't make sense that they can stand by those things. Or, well, Forrest never said you could take it in the canyon down. And that's the only way you can get treasures down the page. So how do you go from reading the letter T at Holt without taking it down anywhere. It's like, what are you saying? How is that? That's not normal. It's not. It doesn't make sense. My ship is in the poem, but I haven't got it yet. But are you talking about a seafaring ship? Or a spaceship? Redneck is offering his services to Chase Inc. for a fee by the look of it. Or he's already working for Chase Inc. and he actually wants to get paid because it's been too long. Hey Kiwi, how's it going? What's the crack lacking? I would like Dave to pay me the titles here. No. Mr. McQuaid, sir, no, it's not going to happen. He owes too many people. If it's real, I just... it's beyond me that could be real. You know, nobody in their right mind does that. Okay, you 20, 30 people, I'm going to bet you that, you know, my RV and my this and my that I have the correct soul. What? I get it. It's because your wisdom and knowledge is way above the rest of us. I mentioned something like that in the thanks for it, in the video that I did, a long video. It's like, why do you people try and lord it over everyone else, thinking that you're higher than everyone else? Because, to be fair, we could probably fly above you, crap all over you, but I'm not that sort of person. I don't want to fall out with anybody. I'm not even interested in falling out with anybody, and I'm not interested in proving myself. I'm interested that Forrest, you know, makes it happen, and we're all happy, or should be all happy. You know, in a normal world, we should be happy. But you know, there's going to be them people that, and now because it's gone on this long, you know, you're going to have those people that say, "Oh, it's all fraud," even when they get the answers. But it is what it is. But thanks for that part. He's trusted. Here's one of them. I can't believe it. Are you real trusted? Are you just using the script, or are you real? How could you say I'm trying to steal your stuff? I'm saying that I don't agree with your stuff, and you're saying that I'm stealing it. That'd be like me trying to take a bike off you when I've got a BMW. I have no need. I just, no. And, you know, it's on, you got it on video years ago that, you know, I don't feel that those answers are the ones that Forrest wants. So, no, I won't be coming after your stuff. Trust me. I won't be coming after it. It's good to see you anyway. Hey, Amy, how you doing? It's Elp crazy. We're going to start yodeling. All crazy. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Good to have you here. It's it's a crazy world, but I try to make out I'm joining the stress anger management course of solvers in the chase, but you know, I stopped. David, tell you, I stopped searching. I aren't interested. In that sense that, you know, I'm not looking for anything. That, as far as I'm concerned, there's enough to look for. There's a race that started. Some people have finished it, and someone who asked us to share in his passion, in his adventure, well, we're still sharing in it. You know, we're still waiting for that person to have it, his thrill of the chase. That's it. That's where we are. Now, some people think it's fraud because they create a whole load of shit and, you know, want to sit in it and cry about it and don't have any answers, but believe they solved the poem. It's like, there is no way. And I find it hard to believe that these people are real. There is no way you believe that your solve took 15 years. There is no way you believe that. And if you do, add on to the fact that if it took him 15 years to do it, why didn't he give you the other information? What's in the olive jar? Whose two can keep a secret if one of them is dead? Who do the hairs belong to? What's the reason for the special spot? It's like, come on. You can't have a solve that just says one thing. You need a solve that says everything. You need to know what the answers are. The answers that Forrest knows, you need to know all of them. That's what Forrest would give you. And it's like, no, I can't believe you're real. If you think the soul that you have took Forrest 15 years, it's like, oh, I can't believe you're real. I don't believe Dave's real, man from the East. No. It's just no. I'm no different than I was 3.5, 4 years ago when I sent that email to Forrest. I don't know who's who. And Forrest himself said, don't trust anyone. And you hear people talk. I try to be forceful. I used to do inductions. I used to teach people, health and safety and all sorts of things. And I talk to people whose first language is not English. And they manage to understand me quite easily. And I come to the chase. And I talk to people and they say things and I think, well, I never said that. How do you interpret what I said to be in there? I don't get it. Oh, I'm missing. Oh, trumpet for them. Hey, where's my trumpet? Drug cool. Dave made a new video explaining that both AGs told him to pounce. So I don't get, that can't be real. It cannot be real. You've already given away all. You've already given away all your belongings, and now you want to spend more money chasing something that, to me, it doesn't make sense. To me, I refuse to believe it. I said in the video that I did, I don't mind being friends with everybody. And if you want to be my enemy, I can be an enemy. But no, no. Hey, Zozo. It's crazy. Trust is a figment of my imagination. Yes, I think you all are. I think I'm still sleeping. Uh-oh. Message retracted. Oh, we all like figgy pudding. Actually, not too bad. Snow's almost melted away, itching to get prospected. Ooh. Dave's not here, man. 15 years is figurative. It's a clue. Shh. Hey, Robert. Robert's here. Hi, Robert. Oh, which Robert? Robert G or Robert McQuaid? I'm waiting for the pirates to come on the floor. Why can't I see Zozo? No, I can't see Zozo. Hey, Richard. 15%. Oh, 85 embellishment. No, 15% embellishment. 85. I think I said in another video, if the poem is predicted, then that means anything Forrest said from 2010 onward could be talking about 2015, 2018, 2023. It's a crazy world. Crazy world. You do know that those laser pointers, people are saying that they're getting messages back, like shining up into the night sky, and then. But it's probably just, CIA or, NASA replying back. I don't know. Forrest said there are no shortcuts. But I believe he meant there are no shortcuts unless you use the 9 clues. And then you just go straight, where you want to be. But I don't know. I just can't believe the people are real. I just know. I believe Tim's real. Tim Kirkland. I believe Will Aware, Treasure Poem. People like that are real. But no, the rest of it is like, even the call out to Jack, it's like, come on. I'm sure they said in the same video that they all had the same solicitor, Justin. Kelly and Jack, or some people have the same solicitor and they can't get hold of Jack. You have the same solicitor. Carl, yeah. This favour, mate. Yeah, what's that? Can you go to Jack for us? Okay. I just don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. There's a couple of things. It's some crazy things I do agree with. Yeah, blue, red. Yeah. I think people think that I don't, or I have not gone to the nth degree with the answers. Trust me. Trust me. And I say we. There is not much. Our talk has been about Elon Musk, Mr. Right, who thinks, he's somebody that he isn't, may make a bit of a noise. Some of the titles that are being used, bandied about at the moment. Costs, making a profit, all those things happening at the moment. And I think some people think that we don't know, stuff, but we know stuff. And we don't mess with stuff, Forrest said, don't mess with my bone. It's like, what? Totally not real on the road. But hey, Tim, how you doing? You're one of the good men, are you? It's missing stuff, you see. We'll go back. Well, Forrest did draw a picture of Annie, didn't he? Of the lady in the court. Oh, shit. Anyway, want to stop peacefully as a teacher. You should know how people learn. They learn only by their own. You understand that, or you just ignore that for Hey, Street. No, you don't learn by interpretation. You follow the information you're given. That's how you learn. And then you learn by your mistakes, by not following the information. Best way to learn, ask questions if you don't know. That's the best way to learn, Street. Ran by ChatGPT. Hi, everyone. It's all good. Tim, hello, sir. I hope you're doing better. Yes, I hope you're doing better. I hope your eyes are better. You are chilling with the rest of us. Hey, Nick. Tony. Was it Tony, was it? Who's Tony? Oh, no, you should have used the word balk there. Because Forrest used the word halt. Get ready to stop. And then he used the word balk to stop. That word that he should have put where halt was. Oh, do not touch. The inky binky spider went up the water, down came the tears and was No, I just assumed that Tony was a different name for Wall Street. I obviously don't, but you have the same mind as Street, so it doesn't matter. Talking to you or talking to Street doesn't matter, does it? You get the same answer. If you think the same, you get the same answer. And you still won't listen. Doesn't make no difference. Not bring this yesterday, maybe tomorrow. Okay. Vista Home put something in in K-Pro's chat. The elephants sit on the marshmallow. It was interesting that they spelt marshmallow wrong. It's all good, Nikki. It's all good. No, it's Tony. I just assumed it was Street because it was his thought process, let's say. So whoever it is, has the same, I won't listen to you because I know everything and you're wrong thought process. Tim, hope your nines are better. Nines. Be right back. Like a sweeties. You get the same answer, you just don't like it, and sorry for being honest, but yeah. I get the same answer, and I don't mind any answer. I like a right and a correct answer to the information that I'm talking about, but anything that's made up, I'm not interested in. You see, nothing I've given you is my soul. In the sense how you see it, I've given information. How can you say you don't like my soul? You don't know it. You don't know it. You don't know what it entails. Whoever you are, you don't know what it entails. So you can't say you don't like it. And anybody who says I say they're wrong is just lying. Because if you go over all my videos, I say that they are right. According to the poem, they went the wrong way, but they have the heritage chest that was in the Thrill of the Chase book. So they're right. Because you can get right out of the word heritage. It makes you right. So there is nobody that is wrong. You say I say you're wrong? Bullshit. Bullshit. So, bullshit. You don't need to take it off, pirate. I aren't bothered what anybody says. 2020 comes, it's done. Whatever you say, whatever you think, whatever you do, is it going to make any difference to that? And if, I don't know how many times I can say these things, and if you are the person that did it, you'll find out. And if you're not, you'll find out. And if you disagree with me, I don't care. But if you're going to disagree with me, repeat what I said factually. Don't make up some bullshit. Repeat what I said factually. I don't care if you disagree with me. It's not me you got to worry about. It's Forrest Fenn. I don't have the answers that you want. It's Forrest Fenn. We can discuss it, and I can disagree with you, and you can disagree with me. All's good. But don't lie about what I say. Just out of courtesy. What do you mean, no, that's Funny Street? You just said he wasn't in it. When Forrest said it was finished, and when I said, I'm not searching anymore. Yeah, I do the same thing, David. I say the same thing. That anybody who says that Forrest just put herself together without any answers, except for this is how you find a chest, go crawl back under the rock you came from. It's just, I can't believe that. You might be able to believe it, but I can't believe that. I can't believe these people are real. If they make the same argument without even trying, no effort, which is what I said in the video that I put out, there is no metal and resolve that you used. And I've given you information. Just look up the word cipher. Just look it up. And then come back and tell me that I'm not doing what I can do. Troy says Mara's not reading the poem. Mara's just using random this, blah, blah, blah. Well, random is cipher. I can do that. Random is letter. Random is foot. One foot on the other, one letter on the other. I can do that because that's cipher. Random, cipher, word puzzle, cipher, acrostic, cipher. I can do anything. Roman numeral cipher. I can do any of them. Because Forrest said decipher the 9 clues in my poem, not get your own rules. Decipher the 9 clues in my poem. So what do you need to do? You need to work out what a cipher is in order to decipher, and you need to find the 9 clues. That's not difficult. It's not difficult. But you don't even know what a cipher is. You think you do. But you see, Forrest looked up all the words, especially the nouns. If you look up the noun for cipher, it says word puzzle, crossword. Ah, I do something similar to that. I wonder why. Oh, it says alphabet. I call mine ABCs. Forrest Fenn cipher. Go figure. But I know what cipher means because I looked it up. I know what blaze means because I looked it up. I know what put-in means because I looked it up. I know what X means because I looked it up. I know what war means because I looked it up. I looked them up because Forrest told us he did. Makes sense to me. But, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing random stuff. All the bananas. There are no more bananas today. Oh, yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Let's go surfing, Robert. Tony Perry is Australian version of Street. Oh, no. But as long as Elon Musk doesn't come in, we're all right. Robert, I know you. Tony, go elsewhere if you don't like them. It doesn't matter, Nicky, but thanks. I appreciate everybody, sticking up. But in order to get a correct answer, you need to know if it's possible that you're going wrong somewhere. So all the criticism is fine as long as they're, not stupid. But, and I said that in the video that I put out, if you don't like what I say, what connect are you watching? And you can watch and you can dislike it and everything, but guess what? You can change nothing. It don't make you the solver because you don't like what I do. It doesn't make me the solver if you do like what I do. And I'm not bothered. You can say and do what you want. As long as you're respectful, I don't care. But, you're just sad, silly people that are too old to be behaving this way. And it's hard to believe that you're real searchers. Because if you are, don't. I think I said something like, in the video that I put out, I said, the van's coming and you might as well just put the straight jacket on yourself, because if you're real searchers, there is something wrong. I don't expect any results. I don't know. I followed everything that Forrest said in the way that I interpret everything that I looked up. There is nothing wrong with what I do with that poem, bearing in mind what cipher means. It's that simple. Very much that simple. Here is a word cipher, and I have to decipher 9 clues. So the first thing I need to do is understand what a cipher is. Well, now I know what a cipher is. What are the 9 clues? How do I get from the 9 clues? Well, there are no shortcuts. Well, I can take the shortcut because I know it's a cipher. I need 20. I need a T. I follow the shortcuts. I go straight to there. I have title. I have the blaze. I'm wise. I found. I go in the back door. Now, all of those things Forrest said, and it could be totally coincidental. I don't think it is. But following the 9 clues, understanding what a cipher is, knowing what a blaze is, knowing what brown is, knowing what warm is very helpful. But I have to look up all those words, every single word, every single letter, not just to the nth degree. Understand 90, understand everything. And following the footprint. You had to be in the footprint. Forrest Fenn said, my family don't want to follow my footprint, who will? None of you bothered to find out why. You never bothered to find out why. I prayed for Ds and no one would listen. 4 Ds, you parade 4 Ds and no one will, oh, you haven't got a D. Oh, well, maybe I need a Roman numeral, which is a cipher. I'll just stick a Roman numeral there and see how we go on. I'm not doing anything clever. I'm just listening. Oh, everyone knows me. I know you too, Robert McQuaid. You're a pirate. Oops, spelled your last name wrong. Why, how many names did he have? Hey, who's Skidoo? It's always good to see you here. You happy chappy. Or chappess. You never know nowadays. It's all good. I just want to see Mario cuss and get mad. He's so cute when he does that. I told you, listen. I don't know. I try to be, I don't know, Dave Man from the East and, different people at different times. I mean, my last video is, I think I'm catching Ben up. I've done some very good impersonations. What do you Shiloh means when he says, plush, I wish people would plus. Plus, I wish. Are you on about Ben's stream? That bit across the bottom. Well, apparently he's supposed to be doing some more. It doesn't matter who you are, who they think you are. Very well, once. Not a whole need mean assurance. Now a whole need mean assurance. So who? Such a negative response. I didn't cause a negative response. I thought you were streaked in the manner you came into this room without so much as a hello. You see the difference? You see the difference? Now you act as though you own the room. You get treated as though you're a stranger. You see how it works? It's not a negative response. It's a direct response. Nothing negative about it. You see how that works? You be fair with me, I'll be fair with you. You play games, I'm pretty good at playing games. And I have a good teacher. Trust me. There is no negative response. Well, hang on. For me, the code, firstly, the sandwich is the first word that you get in the poem on the left, which is just above where you go in the back door. But it's a pudding, which is just above the pudding. So for me, it's the pudding and the bit at the back door. And, you can have the torch there. I think the gloves are for the shit that everybody's in on the other side of the boat, because that's where the gloves are. But, there are some things that I don't like to say on the stream. I try to put it as much as I can that I dare to put out that won't affect the chase. And there are some things in the poem that I read that says I have to say some things, and I don't think it's the time to say those things yet. And I could be wrong, but there's an event coming up soon, and maybe I have to say something. But for me, the sandwich is a pudding, and it's also the first word, as I've gone alone in there, and with my treasures bold. If you read it in that area, you'll see the word sandwich, and then just below there, you go in the back door, and you get title, you get brave, you get wise, you get found, you have proof and truth, you have the footprint, you're there where Forrest went in there, no place for the meek, so you follow Forrest. That's another thing I said in the video, that you have to be a wingman. There is no wingmen. They're all alphas. They all want to be the pilot. They want to be the ace. And some of them, as wingman, they came behind Forrest and started shooting him down. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. The man asked for a wingman and he gets traitors. It's crazy. Unless it's scripted or predicted, and it's hard to believe that, these people exist. Yeah, you see, sometimes I don't apologize because sometimes people deserve what they get because they never apologize. I know. Yeah, Street does apologize now and again. But sometimes, you get what you deserve and you accept it. But I'm allowed to do anything in my own right, so you're doing it again. And you want me to be nice to you, but you're doing it again. My room, my rules. I have no issue with anybody else here. So is it me? Is it me? Or is it you? You came into my room. I didn't ask you in. Why are you being so silly? You see, you want to play the game, I'll play the game. Nobody else in here has got an issue. So you expect too much when you come to somebody else's house. Don't expect anything. It's their house. Just accept what they offer. I would not come into your house and say the things that you are saying and expecting a good response for it. You see how it works? It's simple. It's called manners. That's it. I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. I'm having a conversation with a few people who don't seem to mind my attitude, and you're creating one. I don't know. And you, and I made a mistake. No, people say they listen and tell me that I say they are wrong, and I say that no one is wrong. And that's been 3.5 years of that. If you're under any misapprehension that I say people are wrong, I don't know where you get that from. Everybody is right. I don't know how many times I can say that. Everybody is right. I don't feel you have the correct solve, but everybody is right. If anybody says that I say they are wrong, it's a lie. I don't have to protect it. I don't have to stick up for it. Look at my videos. If in 3.5 years I have said that somebody's wrong, then I'll apologize. But there's a way to say it. I will never forget how Chelsea went off. I'll have the other night. See, I don't, it doesn't, those, whilst, it's funny, it doesn't interest me that people will try and break somebody down. He believes in his solve. You shouldn't have a solve if you don't believe in it. But when you take that to insulting other people, accusing other people of doing things they don't do, no, I'm not interested. I didn't watch Brutal Truth because it was like, what are you doing? This is not about the chase. This is about you getting views. It doesn't interest me. Davey watches more of the videos than I do because I don't want to see people attacking other people. I want to see people talking and chatting and, respecting Forrest for what he's done and those sort of things. Not interested in arguing. Jeffrey Bodine practices his ciphers. I don't know. I have to believe that you are paid. It doesn't matter. You have a poem. See, I don't know if you missed it, Trusted. I say to you, you have nothing, you have zip, you have nada, you have zilch. It's a synonym of cipher. I'm telling you, you have a cipher. You have a cipher. It's a poem with a cipher. If you understand that cipher, which is Forrest Fenn's cipher, no one else's. No one else's. This is what Forrest did. You have to follow 9 clues precisely. Anything else that you do is void. You're disqualified. It's simple. Forrest doesn't break the rules, but he bends them. You break the rules, all of you. You do your own solve. The only requirement for anybody was to follow the 9 clues precisely. That was all you had to do. That's how simple it is. Follow my 9 clues precisely will lead to the end of my rainbow and the treasure. It spells you, E-W-E. It's no place for the meek. Where I go, you go. Where you go, I go. Walk in the footprint. It's not difficult. And when people talk about other stuff, whilst it might be great, it's not necessarily what Forrest did. So and I could be wrong, what the best thing to do is, Forrest said he looked up all the words, especially the nouns. Well, the noun for cipher is word search, is crossword, is acrostic, And in with cipher, there's the word read. And then with cipher, there's the word letter. And then with cipher, there's the word alphabet. And it goes on, square, all sorts of things that I do in the poem. Because Forrest said, decipher my 9 clues, or decipher the poem and follow my 9 clues precisely. So I looked at the word cipher and thought, well, what the heck is a cipher? How do I decipher his poem if I don't know what a cipher is? And a cipher is a Roman numeral. So now I know I can use a Roman numeral in his poem if I want. Yes, I can, because it's a cipher. Now, if you want to decipher Forrest Fenn's poem, try and work out how he ciphered it. And one of those words, or many of those words, are you have nothing, zilch, nada, goose egg, duck egg, jack. I tell you all these things, but you don't know what I'm saying. You think you know what I'm saying, but you don't know what I'm saying. And it makes me laugh. And I have to think that you are paid. I can't believe otherwise. Because I can't believe you're that silly. I just can't. I refuse to believe that. Hey, Newman, how you doing? You sound like my wife. All I have to do now is ask you to rewind and listen to your own words. So if I can apologise right fucking now, you're a manager. I will. Tell me what I did wrong. I'll apologise for it. I don't think I've done anything wrong yet. Tell me what I've done wrong and I'll apologise for it. If it's correct. But, that sort of language, you expect a good response. Just crazy people. But it doesn't affect me, so I'm bothered. Who's pregnant? Hey, INFJ, I'm late. Not late, still here. Well, I pity your wife, to be fair, after reading that, if that's what you think of her. Sad person. Sad. I don't care who you are. You could be my best friend, but talking like that, no. And being your wife, if you're talking like that, no. I am a sheep. Here is my church. Here is my sheep. Welcome to my sheeple, friends. Indeed, indeed. Are you a U sheep, like EWE? I don't see what's difficult about if you look at the poem and read it, in my opinion, the way you're supposed to. That statement will lead to the end of my rainbow is W. And the is E. I've said all this before. And treasure is E, and it comes right under I with the 9 clues. Because if you follow the 9 clues, you will end up using a 1 for an A. And that O takes you to halt, which means get ready to stop. And then balk means stop. Stay at the home of Brown. Capital letter B. You haven't even wondered why it's there. Oh, shouldn't have used the word halt. Could have used the word balk. Well, why did he do it? Oh, halt is a synonym of cipher. Ah. Toe to toe. TOW. TWO. B. B is 2. Toe to toe. Balk. Not walk. Balk. Stop. Simple. Finished. Go to the home of Brown. There's nothing difficult about it. If you follow the 9 clues precisely, it's like, what are you lot thinking? You hear toe to toe? What do you think? I hear toe to toe and I see 2. TOW. Toe to toe. Or 2. Or 2. Homophones and that stuff that you got, maybe they were hints. This is king crazy. King crazy. Is it crazy? She would never apologise either. I still. Cheers. Thanks for calling me sweetheart. You're a good man. Do you know anything yet? You said I was wrong. You didn't say anything. I said you were wrong. You have to tell me what I said. In respect to what? You were wrong about what? My middle name? I don't have one. What was I wrong about? Do you know anything yet? You said I was wrong. I haven't said anybody's wrong. How? Okay. Going the wrong way does not translate to you are wrong. It translates to you went the wrong way and you are right. I don't see where I say you were wrong in that, or anybody's wrong. Apologise. Tony, please meet me one day and ask me to apologise to you. Please do that. The doctors are working. Please beg on someone. All is Dave Woodard. Sorry, Dave, you hurt yourself by yourself. I can't believe Paul is Dave Woodard, just like I couldn't believe Pirate was Ben. You know what? Fuck you, man. I want to be banned. You're such an arrogant fucking prick that I can no longer stand it. Just by the way, I am imagination. And fuck. And that's the best way to find out who you are, isn't it? It doesn't matter who you are. It only matters who you can make them think you are. 3.5 years. Told you all the other day. I've had 3.5 years to try and find out who you all are. What type of people you all are. But, imagination of innocence, if that's your real name, do you see the different response you get depending how you enter the room? So you bring it all on yourself and you try and blame someone else. You see the different response you get when you come in as imagination of innocence and the response you get when you come in as Tony. You see that different response. I'm still the same person, talking to the same people in the way that they greet me. You see how it works. I'm not the villain. Don't come in as a villain and get upset that you're treated as a villain. I can't help you. When you play the game, I play the game. If you don't play the game, I don't play the game. I can't be any more honest than that. You want to mess with me, I'll mess with you. You just want to come in and talk, come in and talk. I'm going to ban no one. I'm not bothered if you swear at me and say all stupid things. It's your opinion. You can have an opinion. But you want to play games, I can play games. You know what? Who deleted it? Pirate. It doesn't matter, Pirate. I'm not bothered. Look, you come into my house. It's a good job I'm not a mafia bloke, ain't it? I'd have to take a hit out on him. You come into my house and you say the things that you say. Expect the response you get. You come in as imagination of innocence and I treat you differently. So what is the difference? You pretend to be nice as imagination of innocence and you come in as an arrogant person as Tony. That's the difference. You play the game and I'll play the game. It's that simple. I don't understand how difficult that is. Hey, I'm new to the chase and it seems a cipher is important and this caper trouble. 5, did you look up the word cipher? Did you see that it meant, word search? Did you see that it meant crossword? Did you see that it meant read? Did you see that it meant foot? Did you see that it meant square? Did you see that it meant, letter, alphabet, Roman numeral? Did you see all of those things? Because you see all of those things I do in the poem. Because Forrest said, decipher the 9 clues. So I tried to work out what a cipher was. And then I did them. It's simple, really. And I found out why Forrest used the word halt. And I found out why the word balk is in the poem. Amazing, isn't it? It's amazing what you find out when you listen. Nobody bothered with the word halt. Forrest, why did you put the word halt in there? You know that balk is a better word than halt. Well, I was limited on the words I could use. I wonder why that is. Is that the only word in the poem that is a synonym of cipher? So, is it a key word? A word that is key? Could it be? Oh, key is a synonym of cipher. Ooh. and a lot more. See, when Troy and these people say that I'm not doing what Forrest Fenn said and I'm not reading the poem, I beg to differ. But I won't shout and scream. I won't shout and scream. I'm not bothered. It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. I'm not here to say I'm right. I'm here to say Forrest is doing something amazing, and I hope he makes it happen. Here is some information I found in the poem that could help you. Use it, don't use it, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. But if you're a real searcher and you want information and you don't want to wait for Shiloh, and you don't want to wait for all this bull that you keep talking about, read the poem. Read it. That's another synonym of cipher. Read. Cipher me what the poem says. Put is a synonym of cipher. Cipher in below the home of Brown. Forrest said, go in the back door. You can go in the back door. You can take a shortcut, even though Forrest said there were no shortcuts. But following the 9 clues, absolutely. You don't want to listen. You don't want to hear it, and you don't want to do the metal and resolve, checking every word up, especially the nouns. Look at the nouns for cipher. It's crazy. Why? I don't understand why people are falling out. Just have a little go. Just have a little look. You've already got your solve. It's not going to change nothing. A chase is a flail. It's much more than just a flail. Trust me. And so is a thrill. You're going to be thinking about me for days. Imagine that. Good night, everybody. To experience that. Goodbye. Good night, Tony. I won't be thinking about you. I don't think about anybody in the chase. I have to admit it. I have to admit, I keep up to date on what's trending in the thrill of the chase. And I don't mean following what, people are saying. I mean, sharing in Forrest Fenn's passion, because it was his quest you were supposed to do, not yours. There's a quest on one side of the page and there's a quest on the other side of the page. And you're supposed to be on that quest, sharing in the adventure, sharing in the passion, following in his footprint, doing all that. But you didn't. You wanted to be the alpha. You went on the other side. You wanted to do it alone. You didn't want to be the wingman. You didn't want to be meek. You didn't want to follow. Forrest wasn't looking for a maverick. You want someone who's following. He told you. Necessary evil. Want somebody to walk in his footprint. He wanted, I don't know what you're lot thinking. And if you're scripted or whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When did this need to become all about the wrong people instead of the right person with the correct soul? Well, because there's 50 people who have the correct solve. Now, when there's 50 people who have the correct solve, it's all about that individual. It's not about correct solve 5. Page 15, did you read the thrill of the chase? Forrest is going to make something happen. Join in that. That's it. Not about correct solve. Put your solve down. Step away from your solve. Unbuckle it. Drop it to the floor. Step away. Just wonder if Forrest can make it happen. Look at the word cipher and see what Forrest was doing. Hey, Tigger, 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 Tigger. Is take your base in the poem. Is take your base in the poem. I'd say take your base was in the poem. Going that way left, where the quest is. Or don't count on it. Don't count on what? Take your base. Ace of base. Keep saying the same thing. Keep getting the same answer. Have a good night. Wayne. Oh, I read that. I don't know third base. Not sure what don't count on it is. Forrest and some bad actors attempted to stifle solve all this information instead of. You never give up, do you, 5? I can explain why Caper always scratches her face with the middle finger. I think she's hiding something. It's like she's giving. Me and David had that conversation a long, long time ago. What makes me laugh I don't want to give too much away. But what makes me laugh is they play poker. Man, do they have some tells. Do they have some tells? The chase is a conduit. Yes, I can't disagree with any of those. I don't know how it's going to help, but yes. The thrill of the chase. Hunt. What things have we heard in the chase? Bambi. Arrow. Obviously a bow go with that. Bambi, arrow, moon. Hunt. Umbilical. Embroidery. Nature. I wonder where that takes you. Ooh, was he looking for the herd? I think he knew where the herd was going to go. Excuse me. Ooh, I think he knew where the herd was going to go. I think he was looking for his wingman. Ace pilot needs a wingman. It's that simple. Someone who's following his footprint. Someone will stick on his tail, stay with him, no matter what, and know whatever the flak was, he's going to get you through. You just have to believe. Don't end up like Goose, where your wingman leaves you and you just get shot down. But, you know, with Forrest, his wingman left him and then they shot him down or tried to shoot him down. Crazy. Maybe she grew up in Canada because they all do that up there. I promise I will not be thinking of it. Yeah, I am not being disrespectful, but I don't think of anybody in the chase. I don't even think about the chase. I talked to Davey about, you know, current affairs, as it were. And obviously it involves the chase. But, you know, and Dave will tell you, you know, I'm not, there is nothing that I'm actively doing. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have to do anything. Nobody has to do anything. Forrest has to do it all. You know, if there was a race, everybody finished, and Forrest is still run. So if you went ahead of Forrest, more fool you. You're supposed to follow behind. So, you know, you finished and you sat down waiting and you've got your tail around you. You know, you're waiting for your medal if you're going to get a medal. And Forrest hasn't finished yet. So, you know, when Forrest gets his memory, when he takes his first flight, when he can make it happen, you know, all the things that he's talked about, then you'll know. This is why lawsuits happen, because people won't reach into their GD wallet and pay a debt. Ooh, not sure what you're saying there, Fi. You want to live rent free in your head, a narcissist. So I'm saying to said person, don't count on it. Never can see it. Only 16 and a half months to go. Only 16 and a half months to go. Trusted. Stop doing that, man. You said that. However, Davey, how many months ago did you say it? Oh, Davey's he's already there. Stop changing it, man. Trust me. Trust me. The chase is moving along quite nicely, thank you, Trusted. But what's 16 and a half months? It's a possibility for one part of it. And I've just mentioned that part of it before you even put that up. So have you put that up after what I mentioned? Speaking of debts, where is Dave? You don't like Dave, do you, Rob? Or Robert? The wrong people sue, plus they never had enough money to keep the case open long enough for a solve. They don't like hiring experts and many, many days in court. Hey, Davey. Last time clock already run up. On to the last one now. It's possible, Trusted. There is an event that will take place as part of the chase. In that timeline. But I don't know. Well, I do know, but I'm not going to admit to anything. Gas streams aren't cheap, Mac. Excuse me. Cipher is the ultimate rent-free thing in your head. Chase Girl, that's their job to stop Forrest. Cipher, that's it. To stop it? Why would they stop it? No, you're saying to stop your cipher. To stop your cipher 5. They don't want to stop Forrest cipher. Look up the word cipher, man. What's up with you? No, you have to be paid. You have to be. Nobody is that dismissive, especially if they've already done one. I'm glad you were happy with yourself, even though your date ended September 20th last year. Yeah, but you know better than that, David. There are lots of dates in the poem, and there is a date in the poem, as I just said about, the hunt, the moon, the umbilical, those sort of things, if you understand what I'm saying. The turtle, that'll come up next year, if all goes well. You load 16 months, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Saying, Forrest, won't you come? Because I can't go on my soul to the company store. Speaking of firecrackers, y'all know Screaming Mimi was not only a firecracker, but an old movie. Hell no, I didn't know that. Don't know who Screaming Mimi is. I know me is who you're supposed to find. And I know if you go in the back door, you can find me. And I know if you get the chest, you can find me. Me. And I know you can be wise and found in both of those areas. And I know the heel could be the clump of a boot. And I know you can get in the back door there. And I know you can take a shortcut. But Mimi? No. I don't know Mimi. I estimate about 500k for a proper suit if you're a solver. You're sure for 1.5 million trouble, 1 million interest and suffering. I don't think you're going to win any court cases against Forrest. It's never going to happen. Okay, I admit it. Forrest did. Last count in the work, Charlotte told us his time frame, which coincided with mine that came and went. Yeah, you see, as I just said, you don't factor in that Forrest has a way out. He told you that. Never go into a plan unless you have a way out. And if you're going to go in for the back door, you better know his way out. Suing for 3 million is about right against pressing charges. Yeah, there's no need to say. Well, the word sue is a good word. If you're just promoting the word sue, it's a good word. Look it up. But no. I live in bizarro world. Don't we all? Court is how the secrets are found. Release info only on the stress of judge. I know where secrets can be kept, or are going to be kept, and it's not Wyoming. Gabriel's voice starts blowing on me. I think, I don't know. I have no issue with anybody in the chase, really. I just wish they would listen and not lie about what I say. They don't have to believe what I say. Just listen to it. Just, not for me, for Forrest. Don't keep saying it's fraud. Don't keep saying it's a shit show. It's not. It's not. It's far from a shit show. It is far from a shit show. And you think Barnum was fucking amazing. Excuse my French. But, oh dear. Salutations, but by golly, I didn't. Hello, friend. Courts very much dislike fishing trips. Nice one, Trusted. Plain loves 5 leaf. You and your AI not solve the poem. But anybody who says they found a chest and can't give the answers that people need didn't solve it. That's it. Doesn't matter how good your solve is. I don't get. It makes me laugh. I don't want to think about it. It makes me laugh because no, No, I just don't believe they're real searchers. There's no way. No way. Never in a million years. If you're a real searcher and you haven't got any answers, what the heck? What the heck? Knowing when this finishes is one thing, but knowing about the chase, something else. Well, for a while now, in Bizarro Land, caveats, we did talk about those. The truth is coming, but it won't need, well, hang on. Ooh, ah, ah. Okay, I'll admit to this, there might be a court case, and there will be truth, but I don't think it's a searcher. Why would the real source solver be nothing off in these chats shows? And 400+ days, boots on the ground. What's and real searcher narrative? What's a real searcher? Actually, no, is it a searcher or a solver? A real solver, not a real searcher. So I'll change it for you, 5. A real solver. If you solve the poem, so there's a difference between finding a chest in a poem and using a method. Remember the catalyst that Forrest talked about? You need all of those things to come together. So if you look up the word cipher and see all the things that a cipher could be, and bring all those things into the poem and do all of those things, then maybe you have that catalyst. Maybe you can find out what that catalyst in another catalyst is. But so a real solver is somebody that has all the answers. The answers I already know, a real solver has them. If you just have your answer to your chest, to your area, to what you did, that's yours. That's your own bias giving you your own answer. What you need is Forrest answers, and you get those by walking in the footprints that are in the poem, by following the 9 clues precisely in the poem. So anybody who didn't follow the 9 clues precisely basically voided their solve because you broke the rules. Forrest warned you. I don't break the rules, but I do bend them. Now, I'm sure he looks at all those people who have the solve and say, broke the rule, cross. Broke the rule, cross. And he gave you one rule. Follow the 9 clues in my poem precisely. That was it. That's all you had to do. But you chose your own route. I don't get it. Why do fools fall in love? Why do but... Oh, man. 5, you must be paid. You're a clever person. But when I tell you that it isn't finished, you're getting as bad as Tony. When I tell you that it isn't finished, it's not finished. Trust has just told you 16 months. How can your solve be correct and Trusted solve be correct? If Trusted is saying 16 months, I'm more likely to believe Trusted because it isn't finished. It's not finished, so you're not going to get nothing. That's why the solver hasn't been paid. It's not finished. And it's not your quest. It makes me laugh. It's not finished. It's not your quest. Your quest to cease means you went your own way. That's why I say you went the wrong way. You went your own way with your quest, tatty bye, gone AWOL, says it in the poem. I don't know which things I've told you and which I haven't, but you've gone. You followed your own rules. You avoid from the chase because you're not following Forrest. You're not his wingman. He needs a wingman. He needs someone who's going to follow him, not someone who's going to lead him. He can lead himself, thank you very much. He needs a wingman. It's not finished. When it's finished, if you are the person, you'll get it. It's not finished. Following his passion, following his adventure, follow in his footprint. How many times do you have to be told to follow? You finished your race. Tough. You finished your race. It's done. Wait. Told everybody they'd be waiting, and you are waiting because off you went. Hi ho, silver away. There you were, gone. There you were, gone. Wait. I don't see how difficult that is. Look in the poem. See the two quests? When he says your quest to cease, you finished. That answer, he knows, you finished. Wait for him. Wait for him. It's not difficult. I don't get it. I don't get it. Just wait for Forrest. Hi, Newman. Yeah. If you take the shortcut, you go in the back door. It's crazy. Five leaf, please. Look up the word cipher. Everything that I have done is a synonym of the word cipher. Get the word hippo out. There's no metal and resolve involved. You spent how many years doing what you were doing? Spend 10 minutes to look up how to cipher Forrest Fenn's poem. Just do that, man, and then wait. Or try to find the answers yourself. You're clever enough. Won't take you long to pick it up. Man, his information is decipher the 9 clues in my poem. Look up the word cipher, which has a synonym of decipher, which has letters. Letter is a synonym. Foot is a synonym. Square is a synonym. 1 foot on the other. Does that seem similar to what I do? 1 letter on the other. Do squares seem similar to what I do? Does alphabet seem similar to what I do? Does word search seem similar to what I do? Well, have a look at the word cipher. See them words. Does Roman numerals look similar to what I do? Have a look at the word cipher and see them and read them and weep, because read is a synonym of cipher. Cipher me what the poem says. Read me what the poem says. Put is a synonym of cipher. Cipher in below the home of brown. Now, if you read that bit, the cipher, that's all you have to do, won't take you long, you'll understand why the word halt was used. You'll understand toe to toe, not 222, toe to toe. It could be 222, but instead of TOE, TOW, which is 2. A is 1, B is 2, Bork is in the poem, and it does align with walk, because the TOW that gives you walk, to walk, 2 is B, Bork, halt, get ready to stop. Bork, stop. So from the word halt, you get ready to stop at the home of brown. It's not difficult. Trust me, Forrest's cipher is better than yours. Well, it is his cipher. Your cipher is his cipher, but he put more into it than just that. I give up. I know he's not real. It can't be. Even that, the rainbow. WEEU, EWE. I go, you go. I believe the trick to see for silver information was in on here. In a Zoom call. I miss what Newman said, but if Dave is agreeing, happy with that. Are you going? Oh, who's going? Take it easy, my friend. Chill and be brill. Our courts have to allow the public to be appeased with released information. Had the chance. The have has gone. I'm not sure what that meant. Man, when FS said to put your foot down and step on it, he didn't mean with the other foot. Well, to be fair, even step on it is the cipher. even that, even the words, even that. Ishka, I will do that, pending on the wind. No, it's in one ear and out the other. Yeah, nada means cipher. Are you listening? When I say you have nothing, cipher. When I say nada, cipher. When I say zilch, cipher. If I say goose egg and duck egg, cipher. If I say jack, cipher. That's what you all have. You have a cipher. It's called the poem. Read it. No one knows what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying, but nobody understands what I'm saying. When I say you have nothing, I'm saying you have a cipher. You have a poem with a cipher in it. Work it out. Read it. Jack is a cipher. That's why you got him. That's how you understand bias. That's how you understand toe-to-toe. That's how you understand 1 is A, I is 9, T is 20. That gives you the shortcuts that you haven't got unless you follow the 9 clues. It's not quantum mechanics. I know it's in one ear and out the other. That's par for the course for everybody, because Forrest said, listen good. Just the wind rushing through. No, I'm not going. David B said he was going fishy. Even that, the first 2 lines, you could use that as lures that Forrest Fenn put out, or you could use it as the rules that people followed. And Forrest said he bends the rules, he doesn't break them. You didn't follow the rules. His rules. His rule was follow the 9 clues precisely. You decided to choose your own method. And you went AWOL. And he says it in the poem. And he says you've gone the wrong way in the poem. And he says you're right because you have Jack's chest, which is a cipher chest, which is in the poem, but it's counterfeit. It says it in the poem. And you may be disqualified if you read the poem. I don't know. It's funny. Glad you're happy about cipher, but you don't have a key. So he's not a cipher. What we do? Read it. Read. Get the Hippo word app. See what a cipher is, and tell me truthfully that what I'm doing is not what a cipher is. And Forrest said, decipher my poem. Just because you want to believe it's this wacky doodah, which I've already seen, and the information you have has information to do with other stuff, potentially the timeline that Trusted is talking about, although it's a different part of the solve. Read what a cipher is. What the heck's wrong with you? Now you must be being paid, or must be just a heckler, or whatever it is. Because if you won't even do that, even though you know your solve is correct, something wrong. There is something wrong. Either you don't want to prove yourself wrong, or you don't want to prove me correct, or you're just being paid. And either way, I don't care. I don't care if I'm the solver, and I don't care if you're the solver. I care if Forrest Fenn makes this happen. You can argue till you're blue in the face, and it's no difference to me. Anything I say doesn't make any difference. Forrest is the only person that knows in 2020 what he was talking about, and going forward what he was talking about, and what was done in 2010. Whether you look at Douglas Preston and those sort of things, you don't understand any of it because you only have a cipher solve. Your cipher solve, not his cipher solve. His cipher solve gives you all the answers. Your cipher solve gives you one answer, which is easier to believe. I can't believe your one answer that doesn't tell me who the hairs belong to. I can't believe your one answer that doesn't tell me who the secret person is. I can't believe your one answer that doesn't tell me what the spot is. I can't believe your one answer, and it just carries on. You have one answer. I have more than one answer that tells me all of those things that you lot are waiting for answers for. Am I going to believe you? Or am I going to believe what me and Davey see? That's difficult. And I can tell you why Forrest prayed for these. I can tell you why you can go in the back door. I can tell you why there are no shortcuts. I can tell you all those things that Forrest said. You can tell me that you found a chest using a code or a cipher. Who am I going to believe? And I'm not angry, and I don't care. But I find it incredible that having that information, you still believe that you did it. And to me, that is just, no. I find it funny. No, not decipher. The meaning of cipher. You have to decipher the clues in my poem. So what is a cipher? Not is what is a decipher, although decipher is a synonym of cipher. Look up cipher on the Hippo word app. See what it says. It's a word search. It's a crossword. It's an acrostic. And it's all those things you worry about. It doesn't say steganofat, whatever. No. Look it up. Wake up. Go out and buy some coffee. And smell it. What's up with you? Now, I have to believe that you can't be real, because if I said to a child, look, you need to look up this word cipher to understand what it is I'm saying, they'd look it up. But you're like, no, stay away. No, I refuse to. What's wrong with you? I just don't get it. Yeah, I just don't get it. Will you read the last stanza of the poem, Victor? I've just talked about the last stanza, saying there's something that I need to do, which will probably be soon, to do with reading something and stuff. So at some point, I think I'll have to read the last stanza. But, we're away from that yet. But yeah, I've done videos on it already, but I think it's too early to talk about them. Tigoo, is that correct? Dave, I will, but my book is packed away. Basically, Forrest said, don't tell anyone. It's important. It's imperative that no one shares my secret. Does that mean no? I've said this before. Excuse me. Does that mean nobody knows it as well? Or does that mean nobody blurts it out? Nobody says what it is? That nobody shares it? That nobody passes it on? All over YouTube. I saw Forrest Fenn's poem, and it's in the Bighorn Mountains at the bloody blah campground. What? I thought you said don't share it. I solved it. It's in New Mexico, Palisades Hills, in this car park in the lush forested vegetation. I don't know. I can't believe it. Did he say coffee, Tigger? He said coffee. I think the man is saying there's a soul within a soul within a soul. I think, yeah. Well, the promise of new discoveries. I think, man, Husker, if you know the answer, you know that this is no. No. If Forrest came to me before this was being done, I'd be like, no, shut up. Go away. Don't be stupid. And it's not just one thing. It's, I'll take this. I'll do a treasure hunt. I'll combine the two. And then I'll write a book and I'll do a poem and I'll make this poem have all this information about this. So what? Shut up. And he did it. And he asked, could he make it happen? And everyone's saying, oh, I did it. You didn't do nothing. Cipher. You didn't do cipher. You don't know what I'm saying. But I'm saying you didn't do cipher. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do jack. You didn't do nada. You didn't do zilch. Look up the word cipher. What's up with you? Crazy people. I can't believe you're real searchers. I refuse to believe you're real searchers who have no idea how to use your brain. No. Even that statement, until something catches up in your brain. Over and over. Look up the word cipher. What's up with you? Oh, I like it. If you like it, MJ. AI and leave versus Chase Gill. I've got time. Okay, do what you want. Ever likely Forrest through time in the bin, because that's what you're doing. 600 years. He won't know what it is before he passes away, unless he's told. The cipher will not work. No, he didn't. Listen to what he said. A cipher will not lead you to the treasure, offered as a good solution, a positive solution. Therefore, with a cipher, you may get information. It won't lead you to the treasure, but you may get information. No one is saying that the cipher is the answer. What they're saying is, decipher the clues in my poem. Look for an answer. See if you can understand what I said. And if you understand what I said, you'll be able to understand what I said. And then if you understand that, you will be able to do something. And in that, words don't mean what you think they do. Nothing is as it seems. So why are you doing everything that you think is real? Why are you acting on words that you believe you know what they mean? The question is why? Why are you doing that? And if I was a crazy fool, I would carry on thinking, why are you doing that? But I'm not, and I don't care, because it's not about you, and it's not about me. It's about Forrest. And you, 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 and you are not going to end the chase. And you found a chest, not going to end the chase. And you with your little solve didn't end the chase. Forrest will make this happen, and you will know what it was. That's it. That's it. There were 2 quests. Your quest ended. You read about it in the poem. You took a chest and went in peace. Your quest ended. He told you it ended. You're supposed to be on his quest. On the other side of the poem, that quest, quickly down, that quest. Sharing his passion, following his footprint, being his wingman. Not his alpha. Skippy was turning alpha. Look what happened to him. Remember? Paddle, paddle, paddle. Skippy was turning alpha. He wanted a meek person. You carry on. It's no place for the meek. It's already done. You finished the poem. It's finished. You want to look for a chest? Go look for a chest. The poem's finished. If you understand, there are no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. Of course there is. If you follow the 9 clues precisely, there is. You need a tea. Tea with Olga, maybe. What the heck is wrong with you? I don't know. You can't be real. You cannot be real. It's funny. Did anybody read The Outlaws? Did they hear what Forrest, gave us? I've been watching the series Glitch. Two up in the same way. So you guys are just... No. This is real information. You're just, oh dear, not listening. Look up the word cipher on the Hippo Word app and disagree that everything I'm doing in the poem, with the poem, deciphering it, is wrong. You don't want to do it. That's okay. That's okay. Wait and have no answers. Wait and have your answer. I choose to have Forrest's answers. There's no gaslighting there. And I have told you, it's just information. You don't like it? I'm not here to make friends. Don't mind being friends with everybody. If you don't like it, go. I don't ask you to believe it. I just say believe what Forrest is doing is good. Stop saying it's fraud. Stop hanging around like a bad smell saying that the chase is fraud. It's not. The bad smell is the shit you lot are putting down. Nothing to do with Forrest. Nothing to do with Forrest. So it's hard to believe. I can't keep a straight face. I don't even believe you're real searchers because a kid wouldn't go through this. I like it. I like it. I'm not a real searcher, and I'm lost in thought. I'm having fun. I wish I could say everything. Absolutely do. It's not for me to say. Well, not now anyway. Forrest is going to make it happen. It's incredible to think that these things can come together. The catalyst that he's talking about, is forming as we speak. Crazy. I don't know how he did it. I would place a bet that the lines are closer to 8 Mile than D would. OMG, I watched True Detective season. Bell rings. Glitch, that woman who took drugs. And Simpson. Oh, back to life. Well, that was a bit while I was talking about the moon and the hunt and the other stuff, and thankful, and who was it? Minerva. One of the vignettes that Forrest wrote. Supply your cipher key or you are full. I don't need to. What is wrong with you, Five? You're not a. You can't be a real solver. You're just somebody who's paid to heckle. It'll take you 10 minutes. 10 minutes at the very most to type in word hippo out, to put in the word cipher, and see the possibilities of a cipher that you could use to decipher. There's the key. Use the word halt. Find the word balk. I is 9. What key do you need? There are no shortcuts. Bias. A is 1. Box. 10 is X. Get in the box, get out the box. The information that Forrest gives you, the information in the book, bring it to the poem. Read it in the poem. What is wrong with you? I don't get it. It makes me laugh because I don't know. If I was a real searcher and I had a solve and I finished it 3 years ago and I'm waiting for answers in the time that I got, instead of shouting and screaming about suing someone, I'd look at a different solve, especially one that has the information about the chase in it. Oh, yes, absolutely I would. One that tells me I've got Jack. One that tells me I've got the Thrill of the Chase chest. The Thrill of the Chase chest. The chest that was in the Thrill of the Chase that was sold at Heritage. It's written in the poem that Jack found it at 9 Mile Hole with the stick and the key. Gave you all that information on one page of the poem. If someone was telling me that, yeah, I think I'd have a look. So I find it hard to believe that you're real, that you really think you solved it, and that you're really arguing the toss. Because no. If you really thought you'd solved it, you go, hang on a minute, I don't know who the secret person is. I don't know who the hairs belong to. I don't know why the spot's so special. Maybe I don't have a solve. If you're a real solver, because that's what you need to know. If you solve the poem, you're supposed to know the answers that Forrest knows. If you solve the poem, and you don't. So I don't believe you solved the poem. You found a chest. I think you're right. There it is, Jack's chest. You found it. You went the wrong way. It says it in the poem. You used the different rules or the wrong rules. You didn't follow the 9 clues precisely. So either you just don't listen, or you paid to heckle, or part of a whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not about me. It's not about you. It doesn't matter. As much as you go on and say, well, they're trying to stop me getting the money. Oh, I think I need to sue them. AI says this. It doesn't matter. It's not about you, and it's not about me. It's about Forrest. Here's asterisk is another synonym of cipher. And then he jumped into another reason to kill them because they're against the laws of the universe. Not in the cyber camp. Well, all I'm saying is Forrest said decipher the poem. If you're going to decipher something, you have to know what a cipher is. Cipher is an alphabet. Ooh, I did that. Cipher is a letter. Ooh, I did that. Cipher is a foot. I did that. Cipher is a square. I did that. Cipher is read. I did that. Cipher is put. I did that. Cipher is halt. Ooh, halt's in the poem. Why the heck did he use that word? Should have used the word balk. Was he telling us something? I wonder. Use the word halt. Doesn't make any sense at all, does it? It doesn't matter. I'll carry on solving it. Doesn't matter if I know what halt is for. Oh dear. Wait, breaststroke? What? I'm not playing the game, you are. I'm responding to the game that you lot are playing. For me, as I've told you 100 times, it's over. I'm sharing in Forrest's passion, not yours. I'm not searching. Forrest is doing the searching. It's his thrill of the chase, remember? He had a thrill of the chase as well. You did yours. You did yours. I'm still waiting for Forrest. He's doing his. And we're sharing in it, me and Davey. We're sharing in that thrill. We're watching it unfold. We're sharing in that. No games. I'm just reacting to the communications I'm getting. No games. I play the same game that everybody else is playing. That's how I work. I played Forrest's game. I chased him around the poem. We had a game of chase, had a game of it, had a game of hide and seek, had a game of chess, had a game of Scrabble, had a game of cards, lots of games in the poem. And then when I'm in chat, I play the game that everybody in chat's playing. I'm not playing a game. I am responding to the rules of the game that comes up, as Tony Parry found out. You come in playing a game, I'll play the game you're playing. Play a good game, I'll play a good game with you. You play a shitty game, and I'll play a shitty game with you. So it goes. See, I can mix. I can interact with people up here, and I can interact with people down here. Now, most of the people down here say they have a solve, and they get very shitty quickly. So, I can get shitty pretty quickly too. If you want to interact up here, I'll interact up here. I have no reservations about which game I've got to play. Jodie is more keen to my eye. I just want to check out cool places and look for cool stuff. She's more November. Oh, November's a good year. 60. Good year. Good month. 62. So freaky. Oh, you're a year older than me. Actually, I'll be 61 in not many days. That came quick. Blimey. Yeah, it doesn't matter, David. They're not listening. Obviously, different agendas. I've not hid anything from anybody other than the actual answers of the information that I found. But I told you how to find those answers. You don't want to. That's up to you. I'm not going to make you do it. You have the ability and the opportunity to do those things. And if you have your soul, why are you fearful about doing something different? I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, out of all the people in the chase, me and Davey, we're not searching. We're not looking. We're not asking for answers. We don't need answers. We don't have to do anything. But you people who want answers, you're the people who have to do something. I'll give you an opportunity. You don't have to believe it. But if you're a real searcher, you'd at least make the effort. The fact that you've not got the mettle and resolve to do it just shows maybe you didn't do it. Now, if you want to play the game, I'll play the game. But don't make out I'm the baddie. Don't go throwing the shit about and expect me to just stand there and have it hit me in the face. It don't work like that. I have a shit repellent. It'll just come straight back at you. It won't land on me. There's no mysterious. It's only mysterious because you don't understand what's going on. For me, there's no... To you, it's bullshit. To me, it's information. There's a big difference. I understand Jack. I understand the information that's coming from Capro in the affidavits or whatever they are. I understand the 2010 reference in the book. It doesn't throw me. I expect something like that. That makes things work. You're all looking for answers. I'm not. I'm not searching. I'm not looking for answers. So you think you... no, I think you change it again and again and again. Please listen, trusted. I think in the poem, Forrest is talking to everybody. I'm the only one listening. Now, find your name in the poem. Find the information that he's telling you. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. Troy's probably in there more than me, being told stuff. And one of the things he was told was to get into Yellowstone National Park. He refuses. That's not Forrest's fault. He doesn't understand what's going on because he's not reading what's going on. I read it. It's not information about me. It's information about Troy and other people. But I read it. There is information about me, and I read that. Read it. Now, when somebody who writes a poem and hides a secret information in it says to you, read me what the poem says, you better be able to read him what the poem says. He's not interested in the chest. He's not interested in any sort of solve. He just wants to know what the poem says. Just do that. Just do that. But I know you lot, you'll make up some excuse. Yeah, but he meant this, he meant that, he meant the other. No, he means read me what the poem says. And I can tell you now, in the last stanza, you have to read him what the poem says. And if you don't, but you just confirm everything that's been said. Yeah, up my alley. Your bias wants you to believe that. I have no bias. I read what it says. I'm either happy with it or I get pissed with it. I don't try and make something that I'm going to be happy about. If it says something good, it says something good. If it says something bad, it says something bad. You said, my apologies to... I already deciphered the poem. It's a simple substitution. Use a key selected by clues in the poem. No. Follow the 9 clues in my poem precisely. Not follow the clues that you found. Everybody found clues. There's 50 searchers. There's 50 solvers, 5. They all found clues. They all found their different version of a cipher. No. Go on the Forrest Fenn journey, not yours. You have to be some sort of heckler or some sort of, I don't know. Because nobody is that stupid, especially someone as smart as you. Nobody is that stupid to believe that one cipher is the answer without any other answers. It makes me laugh. I have to think, no, nobody's that stupid. And yet you keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. And I think, no, they can't be that stupid. But maybe. Everyone else uses that. Make you a bad person. Because people talked about their discoveries. Why would a person tell everyone else does that? Woody, I have no idea. I said to Forrest, I don't know who, and I can't remember how I worded it, but it's like, I don't know what to say. It's not my poem. This is Forrest Fenn's chase. This is Forrest Fenn's legacy. This is Forrest Fenn's asterisk. You didn't read the thrill of the chase apart from how do I get a chest? You don't understand what this is about. It's not about us. It's not about us. And I'm not selfish enough to think that it's about me. That's how my real world is. You may be, I am not. And I will not say anything until I know for sure that I can say something. All this talk about Jack can tell his story, blah, 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 blah. When the time is right, people will know stuff. It's that simple. It is that simple. You have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to find out for yourself some answers. You don't want to take them? Fine. You have an opportunity to get behind Forrest. If you don't want to do it, fine. Because he's going to make it with or without you. And when you find out, don't say you weren't told. Do not say you weren't told. And if you just fart the ball, it don't matter. Nothing that anybody says is going to affect what I think. Forrest Fenn is not a fraud. This will happen. End of. Taking words that Forrest said to Doc Roll is me. Oh, you're crazy. I'm not even going to bother. I'm just a loser, but he's searching for my parents and, of course, the future. Hey, you're not a loser, mate. None of us are losers. Well, unless you think you solved a poem with no answers. Maybe. You don't have to believe anything. Everything that I say, they're not my words. It's nothing to do with me. I didn't do anything. I'm just imagining this information. It didn't come from me. The copyright doesn't belong to me. If you'd understand those things, you'd understand the olive jar, you'd understand everything if you read the poem. You want to make your own contract and your own rules. It's not yours to make. It's not yours to make. Read what it says. Follow the 9 clues precisely. Do what you're supposed to do. Not what you think you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. Follow in the footprint. Find the footprint. Follow the 9 clues precisely. Find the shortcut. Get the title. 5. Begin it. Use the word it. And take it down. Not far, but it's another it. Put in below. From there. Title. It's finished. You've done it. You don't need a super flipping brilliant cipher. You've done it. From that, you get brave. You get wise. You get found. All in the same area. You're going through the back door. Just by getting T for Olga. Just by getting the T. 20. Just by knowing that A is 1. I is 9. B is 2. It's in the poem. The information's been given to you. You just don't want to hear it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to listen. Don't listen. It doesn't matter. It's not about you and it's not about me. No, it won't matter. Say nothing. No, hasn't finished. What have I just told you? Not many minutes ago. I'm looking at current events that are trending now. Things that are happening now. Forrest is making it happen as we speak. But you don't understand it. And you don't want to understand it because you think you've been diddled out of something, but you haven't. You ran your race. You finished your quest. He tells you in the poem. Look at the 2 quests. Your quest to cease, you finished. Sit and wait for the race to finish. I don't know how many times you can be told the same things and not hear it. Forrest, I don't know. Everyone have a great evening, mate. Oh, you'll find be golden. Cheers, Woody. You too. Well, and that was my concern. And I've said to Davey, more than one time. If you go at 90 and take it with you, if he wants to take it with him, take it with him. I ain't bothered. If he made it happen, he made it happen. I'm going to say nothing. I tell you what, your mum and dad must have hated you 5. Are we there yet? 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 Why, mum? Why? The race is not finished? How can there be a winner if the race is not finished? You may have crossed the line first. Well done. You still won't get your award until everybody else crosses the line. You understand English. I know you do. And I am speaking English. The race is not over. You crossed the line. Well done. You want your medal? Wait. Wait until everyone crosses the line. It's not difficult to understand. Who's can may come up with parents' name in the book? Well, I know Taylor Swift's gene pool. Does that help? Hard to say. Well, there's a few gene pools in there, to be fair. Even Lyndon B. Johnson and Pocahontas and I don't know, other people. Teach, Edward Teach is in there. So Mario thinks Dave again, nothing to go with the game and never been beyond that path. In the direction cult creation, what's happening? Well, the word cult is a good word, but the rest of it, I don't know what you're trying to say. It doesn't matter. Not about your flipping solve 5-leaf. It's not about your solve trusted. It's not about anybody's solve. You have not even took anything from the book. Nothing. Least of all, page 15. Definitely not Golden War. Definitely not My War for Me. Definitely not Totem Cafe Caper. You took nothing from the book. You don't even understand that he could let anybody find that chest. What's that got to do with him making it happen? You can't even contemplate that idea. You don't even understand first flight where even memory hasn't been. To me, it's simple. Wait. There's no memory of it. It hasn't transpired. When it transpires, when his awareness took its first step, that's where you need to be to take your first step. Then, when Forrest gets that first memory, that memory that he has going to take his first flight for, all good. It hasn't finished. And you can make all the excuses you want and you can ridicule me all you want. But guess what? It doesn't change nothing. You still need answers. I don't. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. You still need answers. I don't. Now, I'm trying to help you in your quest for those answers because you believe you've been stitched up or you believe that whatever. I don't believe that. I believe Forrest is making it happen. I'm not bothered about Jack. I'm not bothered about the court cases. I'm not bothered about anything. Therefore, I'm here to put out the information that's in the poem, to insist that Forrest is not a fraud. You want to believe he's a fraud? Go ahead. When he proves you wrong, I'll be the first one to laugh. Sorry for that grammatical mistake, McQuaid. Ha ha ha. My puppy's name is Maverick, but he was named before the chase. You can't be a puppy then. Chase has been going for nearly 15 years. Oh, you talk about the second chase. Sammy Hagar found out that he isn't a Hagar, but a Belch. Whoa, I saw Sammy this evening. Hey, Mario, run your work through. It's not my work. It's Forrest's work. I didn't do anything except read it. I didn't do anything except follow the 9 clues. That's all I did. Forrest put everything in there for us. I did do nothing. This is not me. And I'm telling you now, 5-leaf, when you read that poem for what it is, and you see all the other stuff in there, the CIA stuff, the foreign people, the secret things, and the DB Cooper, I'm talking official DB Cooper, not a little bit of information. I'm talking who it was or who is suspected to be, the fly, everything is in that poem. I kid you not. And there's plenty more information that I don't even want to look at. There is so much information in there that it's not possible. It's not possible. He said difficult but not impossible. I don't know how he did it. I have no idea how he did it. None. Talks about, for DB Cooper, talks about who it was, or who it could have been. Well, not who it was. Let's just say who it was. Northwest, Orient to Portland, Oregon, blah, 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 the whole lot. All of it. All of it's in there. You know, Forrest told you about the aha moment and took my first step. Its awareness took its first step. It's all in the poem. And at that point where it says that, that's his name, Major Forrest Burke Fenn. You follow the eye, you find him. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what this chase was. I dare you to come find me. It's a game of chase. I dare you to come find me. Find him. That's what you were supposed to do. But you just looked for a chest. Your quest ended. We found Forrest Fenn. We're finding a spot, and that's what it was about. But you don't understand it because you don't want to understand it. I know you and your game. Shut the hell up already. Yeah, like I say, those people can do what they do. And I make out I just play the game with them. There's no point in them doing it if I didn't get a little bit, agitated. It'd be pointless. Imagination came in and said this, that, and the other, and tries to make out that I was bad to him, but I wasn't. I was playing the game that he was playing, or she was playing. It's hard to know who it is. But if I can play anyone's game. If you want to be highbrow, I'll be highbrow. If you want to be the cursed redneck, I'll be that. Makes no difference to me. This is not about me. I don't mind being friendly with everybody. But if you want to play the game and you want to get shirty and you want to be a heckler and you want to do all those things, I'll react. I don't mind. But when I finish, I won't give it another thought. When I go to bed, it's 2:11 now. When I go to bed, I'll just go straight to sleep. None of this will bother me. Go back to your street. Yeah, I don't get why people want to piss on people's parade. It doesn't mean nothing to me. No. You are the one that insists that your way is correct. Have I said that you have to follow what I do? No. In fact, I have said the opposite. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. This is not a shit show. The only part of this shit show is what you're making. That is a factual statement. Now, either you're paid to make it a shit show, or you just assert you can't listen. I don't know which it is, and I don't care. I don't care, because this will happen. This will happen. It's as simple as that. And you don't have to believe me. And I don't ask you to like it, and I don't ask you to follow me. I don't want any of it. I'm just doing the right thing. I think I have information. I don't want to screw it over for Forrest. I may have already screwed it over for Forrest with the things that I've done. But to be honest to me, to be true to me, the things that I've done, they needed to be done. I'm not going to sacrifice my own worth on behalf of someone else. As bad as that sounds, no. I want Forrest to make it happen. But I can't screw myself over. In the sense that I'm not the type of person that's just going to think, fuck them. This ain't going to end for a while. Fuck them. Let them stew in their own fucking mess. Well, I'm thinking that. Now, the information's been out there for 3.5 years. You could have had all the information that I have in that time. You don't have to believe it, but you could have had it. Whose fault is it that you haven't? Not mine. I did what I could do, what I dared to do. So it goes. Then why are you so adamant? Adamant? Why am I so adamant? Because I believe that it's what Forrest did. You don't have to follow it. You don't have to follow it. You don't have to believe it. But if you look at it, it's hard to deny. I know that something's going to happen. I know something's happened. And I know there will be an end. And I know there's a reason for all of it. Absolute beginning and end reason for all of it. About the secrets, where they can be kept. The reason why they should be kept there. Everything, all of it. You don't have to know if you don't want to know, but you can know. Lines and names, well, not naming lines versus anymore for me at this point. I have watched cults practicing before. Good. Well, I hope we're a good cult. I hope we're a good cult too. I don't need you on my side. What you're bringing to me doesn't help me. Why would I need you? You see how that works, Trusted? You're telling me I want a cult, but you're not the kind of person I want in the cult. So therefore, it leaves me and Davey. You see, to have a cult, you need people who believe in what you're doing. Oh dear. My cult ended up with just 2 people. What a shame. You see how that works, Trusted? You see how it works? I don't give a monkey's. You make out that I do because you do. I don't care if you believe me. I don't care if you join me. I don't care if you like it, and I don't care if you subscribe. Because guess what? It's not about me. And it certainly isn't about you. And that's how it works. If you want a cult, go ahead and do one. You don't want to join this one? Don't join it. You see, as I said before, you 60-year-old something, you should know better. And you should act better. And you should be more civil and have better manners. But you haven't. I don't know why you argue the case. But I have to admit, I'm also a Bronco. Uh-oh. Oh, Zozo, you can't do that. 2 teams. Terrible. He didn't use AI to solve it. He's just using AI to confirm that he did it. But 5-leaf. Don't tell. Why don't you understand those words? It was imperative that nobody share my secret. Why are you so adamant, all of you, that we should tell you the solve? Now, your little group of people who want answers, tough. Forrest said you'll wait, and you'll wait. That's how it goes. I have nothing for you other than what I've given you, and what I have given you is enough to solve the problem. In the way that you could give it to AI and say, well, what do you think about this AI? And it'll say, shit, man, have you seen what crap that's in this poem? Because it's never ending. You don't get it. You don't get how good it is. Whether it's all true or not, you don't get how good that poem is. It's more than just your little cipher. Oh, you mean that hoodoo? Hoodoo like you do. Yeah, it's just, I don't get it. It makes me laugh. It's hard to believe that they're, real solvers. They come up with one answer and they say that's a solve. It's crazy. It's crazy. As I said the other day, I don't know. I do that, man. I don't know if I put it out. If your first day at school, first day maths, teacher comes in and says, today we're going to do our multiplication table. Well, You know that exists now. You know there is such thing as a multiplication table. You don't know it. You know it exists because the teacher just told you. Now, when do you know it? When you know 1 times 1? When you know 2 times 2? When you know 3 times 3? You can't say when you know it. You know of it, but you can't say when you know it. It's just crazy. Now, imagine that Forrest Fenn's poem is your multiplication table. In that multiplication table, there is a point that you will say, yep, I know it. And only at that point, at that specific point, after knowing all of those things, not just the one thing, not just 1 times 1, that's yours 5. Not just 2 times 2, that's yours trusted. Not just 3 times 3, that's Streets. Not just 4 times 4, that's Dave Man from the East. Not just that. There is a specific point that you can say to yourself, well, at this point, I can know all of it. You're not at that point yet. You're not at that point yet. You only know one part of that solve. One part. When you get to the important part, then you can say, oh, I know my multiplication table. But yeah, you can't do that. You can't do it. You know of it. And yes, I could tell you what 3 times 3 is. And I could tell you what 12 times 12 is. But there comes a time when you need a method to tell you what 3,000 times 279 is. You see how that works? Till you hit that point where in your mind you can see that, that's when you know it. And at that point, there's your solve, using all of those variables that you had going forward. That's how difficult that poem is. Unless you follow the 9 clues precisely. And then 2 times 2. That's it. 2 times 2. And you'll go, oh, what did I think of that? How many people trusted are going to go, oh, why didn't I think of that? What about you, 5? How many people are going to go, oh, why didn't I think of that? Ain't going to happen. No, not going to happen. Not going to happen. It might be a part of something, but it's not going to happen. No one's going to go, oh, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, speak truth, Zozo. It's time to cut the shit. We are an explorative species. You're not explorative because you won't consider the idea that there is a different type of cipher in the poem or a different way to understand the poem. That's not explorative. Nothing matters. You read the book, you read the poem, you read the book again, slowly, looking for things that will catch up in your brain, read the poem over and over. What do you think I'm doing? I'm showing you that poem over and over. Different information until something catches up in your brain, but it's not catching up. It don't matter. Raven, Spot Messenger. Oh, I was thinking the gods of mythology. Oh, yeah, we had some of them in. We had Zeus, Hera, Mercury, Pluto, Minerva, the moon, the moon. Blackbirds, many types I know, are the smartest birds. It's quite amazing when they're intellect. I like magpies, to be fair. Okay, then the people that refuse to go through AI, we'll call them the surface dwellers. We don't refuse to use AI. It's not that we don't want to use AI. We don't need AI. Our solve gives us the answer about what's happening. So why would you need AI to confirm what we already know. You only use AI to confirm what you don't know. We already know. There's no need to use AI, but I'll go one step further because you're trying to be antagonistic. It's vital that no one shares my secret. What part of that do you not understand? If your aim is to get the solve, it ain't working. It isn't working. Although you've already got it. You just don't want to use it. You don't want to do the metal and resolve that you're supposed to do to get it. You want someone to just blurt it out to you. Well, that ain't going to happen. Not going to happen. Ever. Unless I read a poem and it says, Mario, today. And I may have done that. I may have a date where it says, Mario, you should read the poem. Read me what the poem says. Could it say that in the poem? Could it tell you you're supposed to read it? Could it tell you to read it for the whole world to know? Maybe it could. And you would know in the 3.5 years that you had all of this information. You could have looked it up for yourself and you could have read it. Just saying. What if the poem said that? Read it. Read it for the whole world to know. What if it said that? You don't know because you didn't solve it. Could have said that. Could have given a date. Could have given a date when someone has to read what the poem says. You don't know. Neptune, not Poseidon, although, same thing. But we thought Neptune, not Poseidon. But I know where you're coming from. We had Neptune on our list, which is the same as Minerva, Athena, Diana, depending on which side of the world you're on. But that's just it. We do know. I don't know what part of you we know that you don't understand. We know. You see the bit in the poem that says the answers I already know? Forrest was going to give you those answers in the poem if you could read what the poem says. But because you can't read what the poem says, you don't know them. But we know them because Forrest told us in the poem that you're supposed to read that he says, read me what the poem says, and it's game over. Those things that says there's a lot of searches that are going to be in this area of the poem, and all the information they're going to have is that it's Jack's chest. That was in the Thrill of the Chase because Jack confirmed it. He said, is this the chest that's in the Thrill of the Chase book? And Forrest said, yes, that's what you have. And guess where that chest went? It went to Heritage Auction. It's in the poem. Absolutely. But it only went there after Jack went to 9 Mile Hole, had a chest, had a log with a stick and a key in it. In the poem? Yep, in the poem. What, you read that? Yes. And it ended up there? Absolutely. Unravel the string, cross, olive tree. It's in the poem. Why is 9 Mile Hole not a solve? It's in the poem. Quite valid. Quite valid. Quite valid. Just because you can't read it doesn't mean it's not in the poem. Oh, there's no solve for 9 Mile Hole in the poem. Of course there is. Forrest put it there. A good reason to put it there. He put Jack there. A good reason to put Jack there. He wrote Holt in the poem. A good reason to write Holt in the poem. But none of you know. You don't know why. Because you can't follow the 9 clues precisely. And you invalidate your solve because you did not follow the rules. Do you see how it works? All you had to do was follow 9 clues precisely. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. That's how simple it was. But you wanted to do something wonderful, something amazing. You thought Forrest was going to be this, wah! And he was. But you wanted to take him on with your ideas, not his. He wanted his ideas, not yours. That's how it goes. Ridiculous. It doesn't matter what you think. This will happen. You don't have to believe anything. This will happen. Now, if you have a solve and you're looking for answers and your solve is finished but you don't have answers, guess what? It might not be correct. So you may deserve another turn. Because if you don't see a piece of yourself in this mirror, did you listen to Forrest? Did you listen to Forrest? Obviously not. Did you read the book The Thrill of the Chase? Did you? Did you listen to it? No? Okay, start again then. If you get lost, go back to the beginning. Why do you think Forrest gave you all this information? Just for fun? Was it just for fun? I prayed for these and nobody would listen? You know that's a false statement. So why does he give you it? Did you look into it? No. You looked into what you thought and you got an answer from what you thought. You never used anything that Forrest said. And then you say, I solved it. No. No. And it's hard to believe that you are real solvers. Because a real solver who has a real solve and looks at it and goes, hang on, that's not what Forrest said. We'll look at a different solve. You see how that works? Now you're either greedy or stupid. I don't know which. Or you could just be being paid. And I don't care which. I don't care. You won't anger me. You won't make me tell you what I know. And I will sleep at night. You want to play the game? Play the game. But you know what? The game's over. The game is over. This is Forrest's game. You played your game, it's finished. Your quest ceased. You're playing a different game now. And you play whether you like it or not. But you don't get it. You don't get it. You are more likely con man than delusional. I'm not delusional because your gaslighting is terrible. It's terrible. How can we be gaslighting? We don't want you to trusted. I could tell you to get lost. I don't need you here. I don't want you to believe me. You're here of your own free will. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. I don't want you to believe me. I don't care if you believe me. I just want you to know that Forrest Fenn is not a fraud. And Forrest Fenn is going to make this happen. You know he's going to make it happen because you just give us a timeline. So what are you arguing for? What the heck are you arguing for? You don't have to believe me. Believe your own solve. I don't care. I don't care. But you're insinuating stuff that is not true. I don't want to steal your flipping information because your information is only right. Our information we think is correct. Why would we go for right when we could go for correct? And you don't have to believe it. I don't care. I don't sometimes like to say the same things, which makes me believe you can't be. Oh, don't use big words, Huska. Egypt were taught by Duff, the Aladian. Well, see, Egypt were much cleverer than people thought. And these people were killed because of the knowledge they knew. And that's how the Masons started to have the information and keep it away from the average person. The Egyptians set up the centimeter and the meter and the God, whatever it's called, all those things. Street mass is a gatekeeper, not to be trusted living keeper of the broad. Wow, there's a lot of stuff there. I'm not sure. I'm an observer. Marriott, many people today don't have a clue about manners. Well, something I said earlier about, if you're 60 odd years old, you should be of the generation that is more, I don't know, get lost and you're left with leaving flag. Well, you have to be you. 5. Just take a snapshot of my poem. Where it says I in the word 9, underneath it's EWE. You know how you get that EWE? Follow the 9 clues precisely. It will lead to the end of my rainbow and the treasure. End of rainbow is W. End of the is E. End of treasure is E. You spelled that word with the information Forrest gave you at the 9 clues. Follow my 9 clues precisely. You can get the rainbow if you use A as 1. You can have that W. You get the word the, THE, and treasure is left as it is. And that's why Forrest gave you the information. That's exactly why he gave you the information. So you could know that what you're doing is correct. And do you know the word he put just to tell you it was correct? Correct. Because you need a correct solve. You see how it works? You see how it works? You see, in the poem, Forrest said, "So hear me all and listen good, and hint of riches new and old. Some new information and some old information. Listen. Do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Listen, he'll tell you the answers. Just follow those answers. You'll get some." I don't know. Billy Carson and other have a lot on Egypt. Yeah, if you want to do Egypt, you should watch the 2017 or 2019 Pyramid of Egypt, like a movie documentary thing. Very good. This is how we get there. Everyone will eventually know exactly what happened. Exactly. Everyone will know. They will know. However you solved it, if it was correct, you will get dragged out and they will say, "There you go, matey, you did it, well done." Or they'll just ignore you and carry on with whatever it was. Sumerians. Excuse me. Still not over the flipping flu, whatever it was. Why? No, don't get irritated. It don't matter. Nobody has to believe, these people say that, want to be a cult and this, that, and the other. It's what they believe, not what we have to believe. And anyone's free to believe what they want, as long as they don't get, personal and flipping, condescending and horrible type people. I don't mind people believing what they want. It's whatever you want to believe, Mr. Hooskadoo. It's both. Marriott, I'm at the point of no return. Actually, no. I hope Forrest is at the point of return, but we're all at the point. Use the blogs for entertainment. F, yes. This Jace went from be quiet because you're making $1 million to be quiet. I don't need to hear about it. No, well, it was always about. No, it wasn't about $1 million. Where'd you get that from? No. Said I hit a chest in the Rocky Mountains. Then everybody put a value on the chest. But this was about solving the poem. And that's where you went wrong. Just solve the poem. Worry about the chest. That was the lure. That's what made you answer it wrong. No. Yeah, answer it wrong. You found a chest, but that's what you went looking for. You weren't supposed to look for the chest. Both who's good. Did he move to Florida? Oh, hello, Brains. I am happy. I am important to you. You can support no return to it. And when we get down with proof, people start saying shh, as if you are breaking the Forrest way. No one's telling you to be quiet. Only that, we've heard that you solved the poem. Well done. Now maybe try a different way and see if you can make a different answer. Excuse me. And that's the important thing, Davey. Nail on the head. Forrest never put a price on it. Why do you think he didn't do that? Because there was a different price to be had. But you don't know it because you didn't solve the problem. But it wasn't about $1 million. And why do you think? So you don't even know this. Why did Forrest say when it gets to 10 million, I might take it back? That chest was never going to get to 10 million, was it? Not in his lifetime. Had to be a reason. You don't know it because you didn't solve the problem. We know it. You see how it works? Forrest gave you all the information you needed. And guess what he said? It was there to aid the finder, not the seeker. Those people who were seeking information didn't do it. Couldn't have done it. Because if you had, you would understand all the information he gave you. It's simple logic. Absolutely simple logic. Which means to me, you ain't real. You can't be. You can't be. Because nobody is that stupid. No one. Nobody is that stupid to ignore those statements. When it gets to 10 million, I'll get it back. It's only worth $1 million. You were 79 or 8 when you hit it. It's never going to go up to 10 million in your lifetime. So what are you saying, Forrest? It's like, come on. No one is that stupid to believe he's talking about that chest that you went looking for. No one's that stupid. Forrest said, don't underestimate him. Yeah, don't underestimate him. Do not underestimate him. I put in one of my videos. I've probably got about 8 videos here on my computer that I did. And one of them says gunfight. They didn't even get their gun out of the holster. Shot me down, bang, bang. Hit the ground, bang, bang. I think there's a reason why that was up for sale the way that it was. And I don't believe that it will be sold. No, you'll prove a solve is correct, but Trusty can prove his solve is correct, and Dave proved his solve was correct, and Barbara will prove her solve was correct, and Treasure Poem will prove his solve is correct, and you'll all prove it's correct. You'll all prove that the information you got, using your own bias, gave you an answer. But none of you will be able to say, well, the hairs in the chest belong to, well, two can keep a secret if one of them is dead, belongs to, well, the stuff in the olive jar was, no, you won't be able to say none of that. So how have you got a solve? You will all give an answer that can be found using the technique you use, but you needed that catalyst to get it all. And again, I say, you can't be real solvers. You can't be. You can't be. No. And you make me laugh. And it's embarrassing to think that you keep going over the same things. It's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed for you. Those simple statements tell you it can't be that. Even though it's right in the poem, that's where you are. In the shit that you have, that's where you are. And that's where you'll stay waiting for answers until it finishes. And Forrest said you'll be waiting. And you don't even know why you're waiting. But we know why you're waiting. That's just the way it is. And you have the chance to read the poem differently. Read me what the poem says. Cipher me what the poem says. It doesn't matter if it's a cipher or not. What matters is Forrest makes it happen. And then you'll get the answers. And then you can complain if you want to complain. Is chicken of the sea fish or chicken? Now you've just been awkward. Brains. Who's kidding? What are you trying to do to me here? Are you numb? Are you what? As numb? Are you as numb as Jessica Simpson? Yeah, us old guys. Damn you, nature. Psst, tuna tigger. Chicken of the sea. Yeah, it's because so many of them in it. It's our everyday go-to food. Huskidoo, props for recognizing the quote. When it hits 10 million, I will go back and get it myself. I thought he was talking about the reward. Well, he wasn't talking about a chest, was he? Absolutely, Nicky. Well, I think he's talking about Title to the Gold, whatever that was. And we know the day and the date that it hit 10 million. And Forrest didn't get it. Brains, I'm a plethora of useless information. I'm here for you. Hey, me the same. It seems nobody likes my information, but it is in my quest to rank the chase souls. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a better one than mine. Maybe I'll find yours, the psychic stuff. I get the spells by using it. Don't use AI. Just look up the word cipher. Done. You're in. Then look up the word blaze. That's all you need to do. And if you get the catalyst, follow the 9 clues precisely, and I've told you most of it, you'll go, oh, this is better solved than mine. I've got more information doing this. And you could go home with a chest almost too heavy for one. Exactly. You could. You could. But I wouldn't advise it for you. I wouldn't advise it for you. Might need a dumper truck, big crane. I'd like to see that. Let's see what. I missed something. If you are okay for the ranking. 5. It's over. Whatever needed to be given has already been given. Nothing anybody does now will make any difference. Proof or otherwise. You're wasting your time. Forrest had his information, told you it had been found, and now he's making it happen. Sit. Chill. Sit and wait, as he said we would be. Who's going to help me, Chaos or Embroidery? Well, Chaos has done his bit. Embroidery will take over. Happy days. Mercury Cyclone GT 4290 just sold for 40 grand before auction fee. Sweet ride. Sweet ride. If MIT students using I couldn't solve it. I don't think that fun. It's I don't know. You unless you put the correct information in, you will always get the wrong answer. It might be a believable answer. You can't make the cake without the right ingredients. Forrest told you. He made that statement that he made for a reason. You can all believe that you're a good cook. But I tell you now, no. Hell no. Hell no. No. You can make your own cake, but you won't be able to make the same cake as Forrest made. I don't know. You'd be surprised. Leave Trusted alone. He's all right. Again, just a random statement from Trusted Living that has nothing to do with what's happening in the chase. Nothing to do with what we've said. Nothing. Now, if you'd have changed it to Marion Davey, understand the reason why Forrest Fenn stated it was agreed to say it's found in Wyoming. Absolutely. We know that reason. That's different to what you were saying. Again, you were lying, trying to put words into my mouth. I don't care. Do it. Do it. my videos are pretty clear in what it is I'm saying. Make up your own thoughts about me. I don't care. Just like Street. Well, you told me we're all wrong. No, I didn't. I said the poem says you went the wrong way. How does that say you're wrong? And after that, I said, you're all right, because the chest you've got, that you're all looking at, that you're all talking about, that you're all believing in or not believing in, is the Thrill of the Chase chest. The one that was in the Thrill of the Chase, that was at Heritage Auction. That wasn't found at 9 Mile Hole. That had a stick in the key in it. That was found by the log in the Nook. That was given to you by the Nookers. All of that information I gave you from the poem. How is that possible? That's exactly what you have. And I tell you have Jack, and I tell you have Nada, and I tell you have Zilch, and they're synonyms of cipher, because that's what you have. That's exactly what I gave you, the cipher that's in the poem. You don't know it, because you don't speak at this level. You speak down here, in the gutter. Well, if you want to speak in the gutter, I'll speak in the gutter, I don't mind. But your rules that you followed are Forrest Fenn's rules. Same letters, but you ended up there, and Forrest was over here. And it was his quest over here you're supposed to do, not your quest that finished over there. Do you see how it works? No, you don't, because you don't want to, and it doesn't matter. And again, I just laugh. It's all about providing a break to the poem, posting results, opening your work to speculation. Well, here it is. And you're speculating over it. Job done. If you can't post the entirety of a cipher, man, No. Again, you don't listen. I can post way more than you can. I can post an encyclopedia of information. I choose not to, because the person that set up the Thrill of the Chase said it's vital. No one shares my secret. Nobody tells anyone. You see that? Not nobody knows. Nobody tells anyone. Now, when it's over, you can have as much information as you want. And you will see how it was done. And if it was done the way you say it was done, well done. But you don't know the answers. How difficult is that to understand? You don't know the answers. You know one answer, doing it one way. But you don't know about the hairs in the chest. You don't know who the other person was. You don't know what's in the olive jar. You don't know why the memoir, the autobiography, and the biography. You don't know about the IOU that was taken out. You don't know none of the information that Forrest gave you. And yet I do. But you're the solver, and I'm not. And what I talk is rubbish. Well, Forrest threw time in the rubbish, so I've got time. And there you are. It is a solution. Just like Trusted, just like Street, just like Troy, just like Dave from the East, just like Barbara, just like Treasure Poem, just like everybody. Have a solution because they were there and Forrest put them there and you were supposed to find them and you did. Well done. A solution, a positive solution, using the words that Forrest gave you. All of those things, man, you must be paid. He gave a whole list of solutions. He gave you more than one solve. Head pressures, Bible verses, blah, 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 blah. He gave you 10 solutions and you say your one solution is the solve. No, he gave you 10. Here are his 10 solutions that you'll be able to find. One of them's a cipher. There you go. You're not listening. Oh, you just paid. And it's funny because I tell you, once you get to a certain age, if you don't have the ability to be civil and to listen, don't know. Maybe you just paid. Maybe you're just a heckler. Maybe you're greedy. Maybe you're stupid. I don't know which one it is. And I don't care. I don't care. But Forrest Fenn gave you 10 solutions he said were positive, and you believe one solution did it. And it's your solution that was put in those 10 solutions. The cipher. Here you go. Here's a cipher. Boom. Positive solution. Is he saying to you that you now need to find the solution for the Bible verses, the solution for the head pressures, the solution? Is he saying that? Does that mean your one solution isn't good enough? You're not listening to what Forrest Fenn says, nor me. And it's funny. I'm trying to pretend I'm stressing a point, but it's funny. I can't make out I'm still like trying to force it home anymore, because it's not believable. It's just not believable. You're given, I don't know how many reeled off there, 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't know how many there were. And one of them was a cipher. And he said, here are, they're offered as positive solutions. There's 6, 7, 8 solves. Well, I have a solve. It's a cipher, and it's the only one. What? He just gave you 6 or 7 of them. What colour's a greenhouse? Does anybody know? Colorado, it takes him to the Dinosaur National Monument. It doesn't matter 5. I've told you before, 8 billion people, and you went on you make a lot of money. It doesn't matter if people agree with you or not. It doesn't matter if it's the best or not. It had to be the correct one. You having a great solve, it's like having a beauty contest. Only you have to pick the right one. It doesn't have to be the most beautiful. You have to pick the right one. Picking the most beautiful woman doesn't make you correct. You have to pick the right woman. No, it's all packaged up. I told you earlier. So you're not listening. I told you earlier, trusted. There is information in the poem with a date that says that I have to say something. What does that mean to you? Does that mean I have to make it up? Or does that mean there's information in the poem with a date that I have to say to you? But you don't listen. You hear what you want to hear. You say what you want to say. But you don't listen. I was talking to Huskadoo, or who was it earlier that asked me a question? It may have been Tigger. But somebody asked me a question, and I told them then. Huskadoo, last stanza. Yeah, but even if you have the best solve, you aren't going to get anything other than what Forrest deems was the correct solve. Now, if, and this is just my imagination, if Forrest put those answers in there for you to find and had a ranking system of them, if you found this solve, you get this. If you found this solve, you get this. If you found this solve, you get this. And if you found the correct solve, you get titled to the gold. I don't know if he did that. But if you found any other solve than the correct solve, you don't get titled to the gold. That's how I see it. But everybody is right, because all of those answers Forrest put there for you to find. Excuse me, there must be a reason why he put them there. And maybe you do get something, depending on which solve you found. But someone could have found all of them. Yes, he did. That's the whole point. The lures, you put them in there. He put the lures in there. Those lures are in the second line, the first and second line. Now, for Forrest, they were lures. He put the lures out and you bit. And for you, there were the rules that you used. And he carried on. And if you used those rules instead of following him, you ended up on one side of the page. But if you followed the 9 clues precisely, you ended up on the other side of the page. If you understand the chess was a lure, Yeah. Then you would know there's more to the story. No offense, but listen to it now. Thanks, Suska. Exactly. If you only found a chest and you only have one answer, you don't know the rest of the story. And Forrest specifically stated the one thing that everybody's missing is important to the story. So if you don't have the story, I don't know how many times I can say the same thing. I really don't know how many times I can say the same thing. But if that's the one thing you're missing and you haven't got it, then your soul's worth nothing other than your ranking system that you're talking about. If you haven't got the story, and there's a lot to the story, there isn't just one thing going on here. Forrest has made a load of things come together. I don't know how. Don't know how he did the poem. Don't know how he thought of the things that he thought of. Don't know how he made it to meld and think of all the things, pros and cons, make it legal, do all of it. I don't know how he did it. I absolutely don't know how he did it. But I know he's doing it. And I know you have to know it if you want to say that you solved it. That's all I know. Hey, Lulu, I'm glad you're well. You can't even compete with Bill Gorman, Rob Anderson. Listen, everybody's got to solve. I appreciate that, and everybody's right. I appreciate that. And Forrest wanted the correct solve, which means you have to know everything that's behind the chest, everything that's secret. If you haven't got that in your solve, you haven't got the solve. That's how I see it. And I don't care if I'm the solver. I don't care if Davey B's the solver. I don't care who the solver is. I know that Forrest is the finder and the solver. What he found and what he's solving, 100% Forrest. It's all Forrest. It's all Forrest. Doing the poem, Forrest. I appreciate all of that. All of that. Now, if you have to solve the poem, then somebody solved the poem because Forrest said it was found. That's it. That's it. And then you wait. You play whether you like it or not, and you wait. He said that would be the case. Now, I believe that Forrest Fenn did the right thing and is making it happen. So we wait. Trusted. I have, as I told you, over and over, but for you, because you're hard of hearing, there's an encyclopedia in that poem of different information. Forrest said read it over and over. You read a page, start again, read a page, start again, read a page, start again. Now, most of the information is just information that's happening in the chase, like I've showed you, from 2010 to now and in the future. Things that will happen, that Forrest is going to affect the future and make these things happen. Now, forget all of your bullshit. This is about Forrest having an answer from someone that he deemed found the treasure. So there's only one piece of information you need. And you don't even need that information because Forrest has already got it. He deemed the treasure found. He knows who found it. He knows the answer they gave him. And it is over. You trying to say all this, I don't know what you're trying to say, is irrelevant. But if you want the information, I'll give you the information when it's over. But trust me, trusted, you're going to start aging by the time you finish reading it all. Tigger. Look, they all have a part to play, which is what Forrest said. Any part of Simon's better than no part. Waiting is the hardest part. Again, Trusted goes gaslighting. Spread your rumors, Trusted. Go back to street, run to your mate and say all these things. Let him do another video. It doesn't matter. Everything that you do, just let whoever did do this realize the sort of people we have in the chase. And I can tell you now, if it is me and Davey, we know all about you people. And I hope I'm right in that you're just part of making this happen. Because if you're not, don't walk up to me. If I ever go over there, don't walk up to me, because I will ignore you. If you're not part of making this happen. You want to spread shit, it doesn't matter. It won't change that you are incorrect in what you are saying. It won't change that. Unless when you changed your answer because you were wrong, you ended up with a correct answer because you are stealing from someone else. You see how that works, Trusted? You see how it works? You were wrong. Oh, it's going to end in so many months. Oh, it's going to end in so many weeks. Oh, it's going to end in so many days. Well, I changed it a bit and now it's going to end in 16 months. Did you get that information from someone else, Trusted? Did you? Because your solve was finished. It's a bit like Greg. Oh, it's at the secret garden. It's at the secret garden. Definitely at the secret garden. Oh, I'm just going to go to Colorado. What? So I'm thinking, part of the narrative, I don't care. Doesn't interest me that he's going to Colorado because there's nothing to be found there, apart from more information. Forrest Fenn said his treasure was found. It was found. Now we wait. Anything that you do that was different to what you did is not going to count. You were wrong. Admit it. You were wrong. I didn't say you were wrong, but you were wrong. Your date came and went. Now you've got a different date. Talk some rubbish, you lot do. I can't believe it because no, everyone here is just part of making this happen. Exactly, I find it hard to believe. I can't believe that these people are real searchers because the information they're getting and the information I'm receiving, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. All cold, all wood, all peace. Yeah. I'm afraid as we falls into a corner by an iron like force and not with cords. Found is the word. Well, in any game of chase or hide and seek, found's the word. Found you. You're supposed to find me. It says in the poem, find me. Find me. What the heck? If you've been wise and found, you found Forrest. You know who Forrest is. You know who the secret is. You know what the secret is. You know what's in the olive jar. You know why. Memoir, biography, autobiography. You know all of those things. You know all of them. You know 10 million. Everything. You know all. You know why Wyoming. You won't find it where you're looking. You know all of those answers. Yeah, Greg never followed instructions above me. Follow 9 clues precisely. First part of the information is, and even that they changed. It wasn't 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe. It was links and chains. Why did you change it? It was important information for you. Oh, I just want to do the 8.25 miles. Well, maybe you should have stuck with links and chains. It may have told you something. And I can't be more obvious. Everything that I said cannot be more obvious. If you just look up one word. It's crazy. Which makes me believe, Trusted, you're just playing a game. Because if you're a real searcher and you're going to wait 16 months, have a look. It can't kill you to have a look at one word. And I can't believe you're a real searcher. I refuse to believe anything you say. Because if I was a searcher like you, supposedly, or a solver, whatever you want to call it, if I was a solver like you, and I knew I was waiting 16 months after I'd waited 20 months or whatever it was, 16 months, I'll look up the word cipher, see what it says. But no, you're, I'm going to do this cult. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do that. Gaslighting. Oh, what? Hey, Geo. On a Python. Oh, dear. Knowledge of that D is important, and so is no one would listen. How do you get the word would? And does it spell WOOD? Just wants you to find the words and sentences in the poem, trusted living. That's all he wanted to do. Just read my poem. Just follow the 9 clues precisely. There are no shortcuts, aren't there? Are there? There are no shortcuts in the poem. You can't get the word shortcuts unless you follow the 9 clues. Why does everyone ignore me? Who said that? Hey, Brains. I talked about your knowledge. I said knowledge without a D is important. There is something very special about the word peace, but that won't help you solve the poem. Not FF's words. Serenity, tranquility. I think it will help. I think it would help Huska. I miss playing hide and seek in the forest with Forrest. That was fun. Wow. How old are you, Redneck? I play hide and seek with Forrest. I play chess with Forrest. I played cards with Forrest. Played Scrabble with Forrest. Played word search with Forrest. I played. What else did I play? I can't remember. Played quite a few games in that phone with Forrest. So as I can answer people like you and prove that I'm not scared of you, or that you don't intimidate me, or that the bullshit you put out is not real. Does that answer your question, Tigger? You spread rumours about the things that I say and do. I just want to clarify that fact. I'm not gaslighting. I'm not trying to steal your solve because I don't think your solve is the correct solve. Why would I try and steal a bike when I have a BMW? What are you talking about? So I play the game that you play. I give back. Well, I don't give it back. I just deflect it. The shit that you fucking hang all around you. That's why I'm going live. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planets and love will share the stars. Sounds like the age of Aquarius to me. I am retired now. I am retired. I translate Sigmund Grisham. Yeah, but it's not about you, Trusted. It's about Forrest. What better for a 13-year-old than go play hide and seek and play word search? What would you do at 13? Get a grip, man. Wake up. Buy some coffee. Have a sniff. What's up with you? What would you do at 13? Solve really difficult encryption. What? What? Get a life. Yeah, Forrest might be able to do it when he's older, but he won't do it at 13. Maybe playing hide and seek was a good game. Maybe playing catch was a good game. Call it chase or it. Maybe playing a game of cards was good. Maybe playing word search was good. Maybe playing chess was good as a 13-year-old, not as a 60-something-year-old. What are you thinking? Man, clear out your ears. I don't know. They're crazy. They can't be real. Can't be real. Yeah, I know. All of that, He's got about 50,000 solves that started at one point. They're going to end at another point. And when they don't end, he starts at another point. They're going to end again. And he's saying we're gaslighting. Son of a bitch. He's told us 16 months. And if that came and went, he'd tell us another 16. Yeah, he doesn't understand, Tigger. He doesn't understand. All he had to do was follow in Forrest's footprints. And he wants to make some big, massive thing. I don't know. Tigger, what are you trying to say? That I'm just a little kid? Yeah, I am. Do you even realize me? Yeah, both. He claims he solved it ages ago. Yeah, my show's to prove that Forrest is making something happen, and that these people that say it's a shit show it's only a shit show because they make the shit. But Chase don't make the shit. Yeah, see you, Dave. Dave's going to meet Superman, I think. Oh no, sorry, he's going to meet Lois. To have a wonderful night. Brains, when God gave out brains, I thought he said train, so I caught the next. Cool, Five. I'm glad you won that one. I didn't start what? The chase? I know I didn't start the chase. I'm going to end the chase. Why are you saying them things, Tig? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Why would take it? Let's get back to you two. Get back to zero. I just remember the last brain goes to Clarksville. Boom. I understand you wanted to get on board with Mr. New. No. No. I don't want to do anything in the chase. I don't want to do anything. There are people that are saying bullshit about me. So I thought I was waiting up for Ben to go live, but that's not going to be till tomorrow. So I thought, well, I'll just, rather than let people think I'm hiding from Street and Trusted and Troy and everyone else, I'll just, come on and tell them that I'm not, and what they're saying is bullshit. And they can say what they want and they can think what they want. It won't change anything. If they're wrong, they're wrong. And if they're correct, they're correct. I don't think they're correct. I think they're right, which is what I've said all along. I don't think they're correct. And they have nothing. They have nothing to show me that they are. They don't tell me who Forrest is. They don't tell me who the hair belongs to. They don't tell me why it's a memoir, an autobiography, and a biography. They don't tell me what's in the olive jar. They don't have a timeline. They don't know what the secret is all about. And they want me to believe that they have the correct soul. It's like, what? I know these things, along with Davey. I know these things. I know why, where the secrets are going to be kept. All of it. All of it. Even to the point of it could, change a little bit because something has happened. Someone has come along, you know, intentional or otherwise. Bit like Jack. But that's a future thing. That's not happening now. That's, weeks away. A couple of weeks. So there's a lot of stuff that we know, which is way more than, one soul. Drops make exist stable. Drops mic exist. What is that background noise, man? That's my computer. I've told you. Why does everybody ask me the same question? So my computer's knackered, and for it to work, it has to go 50,000 revs a minute, like it is now, to work. Which is why Paul was supposed to be giving me half of $100,000. Was it Indy? Was it half of the Indy? Can't remember. It was good now. And I could have got a new one, but it never happened. So I bought a new one, but that hasn't got a camera. So, well, there's a camera, it doesn't work. Not a new one, second hand. No, don't say that, Tigger. Only one got it correct. Everybody got it right. They'll be up in arms. Uh-oh. Polynomial is the word. What was that, poly something? Did that take me to Denver? That poly something, polygon or something? With the pyrite and the lights up in the air. Was that the Denver Museum? Somewhere, something took me somewhere with that. I'll agree with that, Zozo. Astronomical. Okay, so now there is a list of info you want to send. No list. I don't need to know anything. I don't want to know anything. Well, I do want to know something. I want to know that Forrest made it happen. But from searchers who only have one solve, no, seen it, done it. T-shirt, book, film, whatever. Done that. Been there, done it. The metal unresolved resolve required was to do pretty much what Forrest did. You know, I'm giving you the easy option. Look up one word, cipher. That's all you got to do. Look up one word that is cipher. Understand a little bit of something. The fact you were given halt, there was a reason you were given that word. You just ignored it. You went, oh, that doesn't rhyme. Why did you give us that word? And Forrest said, well, I was limited on the words I could use. Well, it just so happens to be a cipher word. And it just so happens to mean get ready to stop. And after that, you get balk, which is the word it should have been, if you follow the 9 clues precisely. But you don't know that, and you don't want to know that. You don't care. So either you're not real searchers or solvers, or whatever you want to call it, or you're just egotistical, narcissistic, any other big words that, you know, you want to use, which means you don't listen. Can I ask just a serious question? What watching now? Were we not told? Mm-hmm. Just crazy. But like I say, they're both the same. Like having to use them, they both seem to like rev like crazy. So they make that background noise. And Davey will tell you the microphone on the other one, the voice comes and goes. So sometimes you can hear me, sometimes you can't. So it was a cheaper computer. I shouldn't have bought it. I should have bought a new one, but I thought, save my money. Well, Forrest said it was difficult but not impossible. So I thought, well, if it's difficult, I'm going to have a go. If I'd have said it was impossible, I wouldn't have bothered. But doing what I did, if I'd known I was going to have to go through that, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. But once you're in there, like once you're looking up every word, once you are looking up what the letter A means and seeing what words they were, and then looking up AA, Automobile Association, Alcoholics Anonymous, blah, 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 to see if Forrest was writing that in there. Once you're down that road and you've started, it's difficult to then just stop and then you just carry on. And that's where I was. I was looking up every single letter. I was sliding the lines and looking up every single letter, making it read. And it was talking about, you know, the Queen and the Blackfoot Indians and all of this stuff. I was going down Igo Road to a homestead. I travelled from Table Mountain to flipping, you know, over to Casper and all sorts of things. Literally, I went everywhere in that poem, everywhere in those search states, because that's where the poem took me, using all those different letters and words. And then, you know, Forrest said, especially the nouns. So I looked at the nouns. And then the first thing that I thought, well, if I'm going to solve this, what's a cipher? If I'm going to decipher it, what's a cipher? So using all those words, doing all those different solves, you know, Troy thinks I took Try the World off him. No, I didn't. Forrest said I was the only one who knew the sliding trick. So I thought, well, what's a sliding trick? What do you mean? And I've gone up and down and across. And I told you there's a Rubik cube. You know, I've turned those things into a square and then try to move them, you know, like a Rubik's cube and try and make information out of that. I've done all sorts of things in that poem. You know, I've told you about the law wheel. I told you about playing chess. I told you about doing all these different 2 lines at a time, 3 lines at a time, 4 lines at a time, a stanza at a time, reading it as a sentence. I've done everything that you can, not everything, probably the most things you can possibly do in that poem. There must be some things I haven't done. But I've done a lot of things in that poem and I've come up with a lot of answers. And yet when I put them against what Forrest said, it's like, oh, crap. And I honestly, I'd have put any of those souls against anyone that's talking now. Anybody that's talking now, I'd have put those souls against. I was going right to these places and I was believing that was it. And then when I check on the things that Forrest said, it's like, no, not that one. It was either too low, too high, didn't have trees, whatever it was. There was always a reason why it wasn't that soul. It wasn't in an isolated spot in the sense that Forrest was meaning isolated, or people couldn't be 200 feet from it and 500 feet from it. There was just information that Forrest was given that said, no, it can't be that. Like, oh, flip. And I was giving Forrest, when I started to find out stuff, I was giving Forrest information. And I was trying to hide it because Forrest said, don't trust anyone. So it was difficult. And then I got to the point where I knew what it was. I sent Forrest an email about what I thought it was. And once I found that bit of information, the rest of it was easy to find. And then it was just a case of, I couldn't do nothing about it. If Forrest was going to make it work, it didn't matter what I did. It absolutely didn't matter what I did. You just wait. If Forrest is going to make it happen, he's going to make it happen. And I've said to Davey, if Forrest wanted to take it with him, he could take it with him. I'm not going to say nothing. I wasn't going to say anything. I wanted to solve the poem. I really wanted to solve the poem. I went to America. Man, it's making me upset now. I went to America and I found out I was such a greedy little shit. I wasted nearly £2,000 going to America, thinking I was going to go there, pick up a chest of, jewels and diamonds and whatever. I was going to fucking put it in my bag and get on a plane and go back to England. You're a crazy person. Just thinking about it now upsets me. It's like, what the fuck were you thinking? So I had to think differently. I was like, what are you doing? Just wait. I wasted 2 days. Like I said, I talk about the girl that, I gave some food and drink to. And I think, I went all the way there. And the only good thing that happened was that I could do that for someone who I didn't know. And the rest of it was shit. Worst time of my life. Worst time of my life that was. To find out the sort of person I was, what I would do, to get that gold. It was crazy, stupid. It's fucking stupid. And I knew that wasn't what Forrest wanted. He didn't want that sort of person. So I looked at the poem differently. No, Kelly, just right. Just do it. Whiskey, why is Mario bashing me? And that's why I come on live, because people lie. So why am I bashing? Am I bashing Trusted? I don't think I was bashing Trusted. I was answering what he was saying, but I don't think I was bashing him. Trusted, you can believe what you want to believe. I don't care. It's not about you and it's not about me. And the sooner you realize that, whether you're paid or not, the sooner you realize that what you say is not going to have any effect on me, you'll sleep better. Because I find it funny. Whatever anybody says in regard to me is not going to affect me. The fact that you say it's a shit show, it's a shit show because you made it a shit show. Whether it's planned to look like that or not, doesn't matter. You managed to make it a shit show. That's it. I don't think it's a shit show. I think it's where it should be. I'm on the other side of the poem. I'm in Forrest's footprint and I'm waiting for it to happen. Happy with that? Again, the days are getting longer, temps are getting shorter. Hey, Chase Inc. The days are getting longer, temps are getting shorter. Excuse me. I'm sure there's something in that, but I'm not sure what it is. Using moving angels and things as tons of Madonna and paintings, tons. Oh, hello, Frank. I sleep like a baby every night. Yeah, that's because you've got no conscience. I'm joking. How you doing? Sort of person you were and are is the kind that would give that girl. Thanks, Nikki. It was a shit time in my life. Cool to see myself as the birth of Venus. It was huge. I don't think Chase Inc. was real. Here it is. Here it is in the flesh. Chase Inc. is real. Real as mayo. They have moved it to a small room now, I think. Chase Inc. is a fallacy. It doesn't matter, does it, Trusted? Do you have to have an opinion on anything? Everything. Can't you just accept it that somebody called Chase Inc. is in chat and just have a chat? Does there has to be a reason? Can't you just get along? Don't believe he's bashing the other WINGMAN. If he was back in the street showing cars as a treasure wall show. I'm not bashing Trusted. If he thinks I'm bashing him, he doesn't know me. Because if I was bashing him, the whole world would know I was bashing him. Just here for the fellowship of the ring, yeah. What happened to that ring? It doesn't matter. You know, there's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with just getting together and having a chat about the chase. And there doesn't have to be reasons why you're not where you want to be. There doesn't have to be reasons. If you accept where you are where you should be, and you've got time to do something different, then do something different. And if you're part of, making it happen, you're part of making it happen. But having a go at people, I don't see that that's making it happen. I don't see that. Team. That's not bashing you. That's a true statement, because you are making statements that contradict the fact that you're listening to me. Do you see how that works? If I say something and you make a statement that contradicts the fact that you heard what I said, I'm going to say you're not listening. I don't care whether you listen or not, but the fact that you make the statement means I have to respond to it. Do you see how it works? If you want to be antagonistic, stop saying that we're trying to make a cult when I'm saying you don't have to listen to what I'm saying. How am I trying to get a cult thing going if I'm asking you don't have to listen, or if I'm telling you don't have to listen to what I'm saying? There is no logic to that statement that you make. If that's me bashing you, I don't see how. I'm responding to something that you said that is implying that you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm locked out, thank God. Oh dear. Yeah, he had a dig at me. Street did, saying that I said everybody was wrong, and I'm thinking, how does that? How can you? Because you're telling me you listen to what I say. It's like, well, how do you get that impression? You're obviously not listening if you think that I'm saying you're wrong. Telling someone in the poem, it says, there's a way to know you're wrong. Yes, it's in the poem. And you're all right because you're here where it says heritage. And in the word heritage, it says you're right. How does that say that you're all wrong? That I'm saying you're all wrong when I'm saying you're all right. So that means you're not listening. I'm making a truthful statement against a untrue statement that's been made. It doesn't matter. All I want is for people to just say, or not say anything. It's not fraud. So stop slandering people. Stop imagining that you want to take people to court. All of that stuff. The truth will out, and you won't have any issues with it. It's that simple. I don't know. I just get, these people are put here to just have an agenda, and it's not real, because nobody is that stupid. Nobody can be that stupid that they can't hear that everything that Forrest said, and they can't believe that if you don't have the answers that are needed, maybe you haven't got the soul. And that's exactly what I'm saying. The fact that you can find those things. Five is saying, well, I can prove that this cipher exists. Well, Troy's proved that Try the Will exists. Trusting will prove that his sonnets and that exist. Dave Man from the East proves that Palisade still exists, and Superman, and has all these connections that he finds after hours of searching for them. And he believes all those things, apparently. And Trusty will believe all his things, and Street will believe all his, and Five Leaf will believe all his. And you're meant to. But if you don't have the answers that you're looking for, then maybe you haven't solved it. Because that's basically it. You need answers. Whoa, where's Jack? What's Jack all about? That's not true. This is not happening. That's not happening. Of course it is. It's true. It's true. It's meant to happen. Then you have to work out why it was meant to happen and have the answer to why it happened. I don't see anything difficult about it. Take it just straight and I'm fine with it. I have no idea why, but I'm good. But the thing is, all of you people used to be like friends. And then you fall out and you get back, and you fall out and you get back. And it's like, what's going on?